talk is money, honey. All we talk is money. All we talk is money. It's like bees to the honey. Honey, money, honey, money, honey. It's the SOSCAST, baby.
Applause, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the people at home on the internet land, out there on your YouTube stations. Welcome to the SOSCAST here on Valuetainment, the sexiest financial show in the world. Take a good look at what's going on here today.
Sexy.
Go ahead. Boom. Sexiness, sexiness, sexiness. Like all sexy girls, two of them are running late. They'll be here. We'll embarrass them. It's okay. It's fine. Well, welcome to the SOSCAST. This is where finance meets romance. Like I always say, my main goal, my main objective, my main purpose is to help you guys out there get paid, laid, and do it your way. Today's no exception.
Oh, Jane got it now. Jane got it
Oh,
now.
Jane's got it. Jane, you got a lot going on these days from what I hear.
What? I got
I'm just
nothing.
saying. Anyway, welcome to the SOSCAST. Today's theme. There's a movie that's coming out this weekend. And I feel like it's very apropos to do something thematic here on the SOSCAST. We all know that this is a men's financial podcast. Part of the reason that we have you ladies here is so that men understand a lady's perspective. My goal is to help men and women come together to understand each other better, especially around money, around finance, about business, about intersexual dynamics, everything that we're doing. But the movie that's coming out this weekend is called Mean Girls, okay? I think it's very important for men to understand how women operate. Now, why is it important for men to understand how women operate? I just did a clip, a whiteboard episode, where I explain the circle of life in 60 seconds. I've done this before, I've said it before, but it's pretty simple, and explain why this Mean Girls episode is important for you guys at home. Here's the circle of life explained in less than 60 seconds. Number one, understand this. Guys want girls. Yes? Yes? My dude Mike's here. We're going to introduce him in a second. Mike, you're no stranger to this concept. That's all I'll say about that. Guys want girls. Number two, girls just want to have fun. We've all been there. We've seen what happens at the club. The Cyndi Lauper comes on. The song comes on. These girls stop what they're doing, whether it's, subconsciously, consciously. They can't help themselves. They throw their drink at another girl, and they just fucking have fun. The thing about fun, number three, is fun costs money. No matter where you're going, no matter what you're doing, no matter who you're hanging out with, okay, it's going to cost someone something. I have a girl that was like, yeah, but what about a picnic? Where'd you think he got the food for the picnic, woman? Okay, the blanket, right?
Yeah.
You want a half-eaten blanket? Or you want a real blanket? So fun costs money. So number four, guys need to make money. That's how it works. That's how it goes. They say money makes the world go round. Well, it's true. Now, why do guys need to make money? Why do guys need to make money? Because guys want girls, and the circle of life continues. Wow. So understanding how that women operate, how men operate, we all have our different pros and our different cons in this crazy, crazy world. But today's episode, with that being said, is about you mean girls. Some of you girls are nice. Some of you girls are mean. Some of you girls are prudes. Some of you girls are ho-ho-hos, jingle all the way. We get it. And anywhere in between. So let me explain what's going on, and then we'll meet our amazing panel. So the Mean Girls. Movie came out in 2004. Holy shit, am I getting old. Okay? Movie came out in 2004. It comes out this weekend, the reboot. You know that Tina Fey is the producer of the movie. Comes out this weekend. It had a budget of $17 million. It made $130 million worldwide. So, by the way, quick show of hands, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down. Who has seen the movie Mean Girls?
Original one?
The original, because the other one hasn't come out yet, Nat. So only my dog Mizzle, Mike, who you're going to meet in a second, has not seen the movie. Perfect.
Someone watched it.
Because you don't know how these girls operate. Well, you know how they actually operate. We'll get to that in a second, Ms.
Right, okay.
So, Lindsay Lohan is in the movie. She played what? Katie Heron.
Katie.
Katie. It's
Katie.
pronounced like Katie.
Thank you. This is what I was looking for. It's pronounced
K-A-D-Y.
Katie. Exactly.
Not Caddy.
Rachel McAdams, gorgeous girl. She was the villain in the movie. Regina George. Tina Fey. You had Amy Poehler in the movie. You had a bunch of these people in there. So in the movie, here's what we're getting to. They had something called the burn book. You know what this was? Explain the burn book, Amy.
It's basically where they took the yearbook picture from every girl in their grade, and they wrote a comment about her, and usually it wasn't very nice.
It was never nice.
Yeah.
Hence the movie name, Mean Girls.
Very famous.
So they went around, they said the worst things possible about these girls, and it was never supposed to get into the hands of everybody else. It was supposed to be in this clique and this thing that's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
But it got into the wrong hands, and everyone got exposed. This is what happens right there. So today, why do I need your guys' help? Why did I bring my friend Mike here? Other than the fact that sometimes I need some backup, right? My dog. We want to understand how you girls think. Because guys want girls. Girls just want to have fun. Fun costs money. Guys need to make money. The circle of life continues. We need your help. So we know some of the problem with these men and these toxic masculinity, which I think is all bullshit, is that men are aggressive. Cool. Play football. We get in beer fights. Like UFC. It's all good. Women are aggressive, but it's also known as passive aggressive.
Oh.
Okay? Oh, you look good. Yeah, you look good. Bitch, she fat. You know how these things go, right? Oh, that's my girl. She's a hoe. Like, I know how you girls operate. It's super passive aggressive. Some might call it catty, as in Katie Heron. Katie Heron.
Very good.
So for us guys, there was a famous president. You might know who I'm talking about. He made up a phrase called locker room talk. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's how guys do. It's locker room talk. So today, the guys out there who are used to talking in the locker room, they're going to listen to you girls do like female locker room talk. So maybe it's what?
The girls'
like
room.
The girls' room,
The girls'
the
room.
hairdresser, the salon.
Remembers that show? The
Amanda Show.
There it is. There it is,
girls'
guys.
room.
Maybe it's like your little Sunday brunch, whatever. So today is going to be like the burn book brunch for the beaches. Out here. We're a fly on the wall. Us gentlemen are going to basically ask some questions. We got me, Mike, and Malik, Eminem over here.
Uh-oh.
And then you ladies. And we got two ladies that are walking to the show any second. So here's the point of the message. You girls have my full permission to keep it real. You have my full permission to be a mean girl. Because I'm going to ask you a series of topics, a series of questions where you're going to have the opportunity to be mean, or you can have the opportunity to be nice.
Oh.
We'll all see what it is. But here's what we're doing. Here's what we're doing. Malik, I need your help. We can do polls, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Not stripper polls. I'm saying actual polls,
You lost him.
right?
You lost
I
him.
lost him a stripper poll. We're going to do polls. I want the audience to weigh in on who gave the best answers today.
And is the best answer the meanest answer, or is the best answer the
That's
nicest
what we're
answer?
meant to be seen. So with that being said, I set the tone of the thing. And just before we get started with introductions, I want to know from you show of ladies, green meaning yes, I am, red being no, I'm not, would you be considered or have ever been considered a mean girl? Green if yes, red if no.
Like currently?
Like
I mean,
Currently or ever in your life, or especially in high school,
Sure.
were you one of these mean girls?
yeah.
Mean girl, nice girl, mean girl, Day is a nice girl. So 75% of the panel would be considered mean girls. This is good.
Oh.
25% of the panel, good girls. Dun, 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 dun. Mike, you more into the nice girls or the mean girls? What are you into?
I like the nice girls.
You do?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. There's a lot of girls out there that'll be like, I don't know about that, Mike.
Adam, which ones do you like?
I like them all. I like
I
them
know
tall. I
you
like them short. I like them nice. I like them mean. I like them skinny. I like them thick. I like them all. I just love the ladies. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna marry y'all. There's a big difference between liking one of them and marrying them, right, Mizzle?
Facts.
So today we've set up the tone. We're gonna be mean to some people out there, which is totally fine. This isn't the type of place where you're gonna get canceled. This is the type of place you're gonna get appreciated for keeping it real. You know, Dave Chappelle made the famous phrase, where keeping it real goes wrong. That's not going to happen here today. Oh. Keeping it real will earn you better scores to our audience. So there's going to be thousands of people watching. They're going to be seeing this thing. So you got to keep it real. Can we all at least agree that you're going to keep it as real as possible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I get a nod of confirmation?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's start the show. So today's topics. Here's what we're going to be discussing into the list of topics, and then we'll meet our guests. Number one. Amy Schumer, comedian Amy Schumer, just did a topless, fresh-faced selfie. We're going to keep it real and discuss how she's looking.
Oh.
Keep it real, ladies. Number 2, 82-year-old Martha Stewart. She's posting thirst trap these days. Thirst traps, 82. Should hang it up or should keep doing her thing? We'll discuss that. Kanye and his wife, he's parading around in bikinis, titties out galore. We're going to be discussing what that looks like and who should be leading in a relationship. The Barbie movie, feminism. We'll talk about modern day feminism, good thing, bad thing. I want you ladies to be weighing in on that. Andrew Tate, we'll discuss this. He just roasted this lady who made a comment on his physique. We'll have you weigh in on that. We'll obviously talk some money today. We'll talk about this boyfriend who finds out that he's paying for everything. Then he finds out that his girlfriend's actually rich. And he's like, I'm broke, but I'm paying for all your shit. She's like, that's your job as a man. It's like, we'll discuss that today.
Interesting.
Cool. Financial literacy courses are now being mandated in certain schools. We'll get your input on how that goes. We just got Aspen out of debt the other day.
Go
right, Aspen?
Aspen.
That's right. We're working on that. Sarah, too. She stopped her trips. Looks like you stopped eating because you look skinny as hell. You look great.
I've been gymming.
You've been gymming. What's his name? Gymming. Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful. I know we've addressed this, but I want you to get the girls' opinion on this, saying that you need this mass amount of money just to survive in America today. We'll talk about cops in Miami. We got to address this. Apparently there's aliens. They've landed in Miami, guys.
I saw that.
They've landed in Miami. They're here.
yeah.
They're out here. Now, it just so happens to be that they're illegal aliens from all over Latin America. But we'll discuss that. We'll discuss the Latin Americans. And last but not least, we'll have you guys, did everybody ever take a DARE class in school? Just say no to drugs?
Yeah.
Well, apparently Elon Musk didn't take that class. Homie is partying it up. Off the record, I want to party with Elon, straight up. But I want to get your ladies' opinions on that. And last but not least, because we're going to go rapid fire today, we'll wrap up with our happy ending. 50 Cent is practicing abstinence this whole year, meaning there's no hit it and quit it. There's no I love you like a fat kid loves cake. There's none of that. So I got 21 questions for this dude, and that'll be our happy ending. With that being said, let's meet our guests, and then we're going to go rapid fire today. We'll start with the ladies. Then we'll go to this gentleman here and why I wanted him as my co-host today. So over here we got Aspen. She's back. Aspen, as we always do for all the ladies, let the people know what you do for work and your relationship status.
So currently I'm a bartender and I'm working on becoming a personal trainer. And I just got engaged.
She's engaged.
Oh, congratulations.
Let's turn Aspen's mic up because we'd like to hear.
Hello.
So you got engaged.
Yeah.
Who's the lucky guy? Didn't even know you had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I did.
Aaron.
His name's Aaron.
Yeah. Aaron.
What's the main character in Aaron Samuels in Mean Girls?
Oh.
Could it be him?
Oh.
And are you
better.
moving
What a
back to
theme.
Iowa?
In 3 weeks.
Wow.
Countdown begins.
Is this the last SOSCAST show you're going to be doing?
Yeah.
Until she
Wow.
comes
We're
back.
honored to have you. Round of applause out here for Aspen.
Thank you.
She's as sweet as she is pretty, and she's pretty as she is sweet. She's a catch. Congratulations, Aaron. Speaking of catch, our good friend, our new family member, part of Valuetainment, Amy Dangerfield is here.
Hi.
Because she's part of the Valuetainment family now, there's certain questions I can't ask her, like her personal questions. I can't even have it on air. So, Amy, I just want to say welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you would like to say?
No, not specifically. I'm excited to get into the questions.
She wants to get into it.
I'm excited to be working for Valuetainment. It's
That's
been great
right.
So far.
Jane Marie is back.
I'm back.
She's back and better than ever.
Guess who's back? Who's back?
Sing it,
Back
Jane. Don't be
again.
shy. There's guys, no one be shy on today's show.
Yeah, I'm back. So thank you for having me again. I'm an online coach where I help men and women become the best version of themselves. This year we just added some doctors also on the team, like nutritionists, physical therapists. So we're doing that, and I'm just really happy, excited for this year. So that's pretty much it. And I am single, but having a great time. So
Yeah. What's that? What's that look on your face when she said single?
It's my
Mike?
bestie.
I know this is your bestie. So you smiled when she said single. What do you know? What?
he can't say. He can't
Okay.
It's a
say.
shocker. It's a shocker. She's such a good catch that it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
realistically.
Oh,
Now, we're going to meet Mike in a second, but single. Dea's here.
Hey,
Dea Bazan, she's here.
I am.
You want to tell the story how you ended up here? This is a great story, actually.
yeah.
This is so funny. So I'm a big believer in if you want a certain life, you got to get around people that are around people that have that certain mindset, like-minded individuals. And so I was listening to PBD's podcast a lot, and I know Adam's on there and the whole team is there. And I was like, I want to be close to them. And so I hit up Adam on MidConnect.
Minect. Yeah, it's okay.
I hit up Adam on there. He responded. He's so funny. Oh my goodness. And so he basically invited me onto the podcast, and that's how I ended up here. So go and reach out to people that you want to be connected to. It works.
Well, let me give you a shout out. Can I be full disclosure? Here we go.
Not too much, please.
No. We're keeping it real.
Adam.
Today we said we're keeping it real. She said, I want to meet a dude.
I do.
Can you hook me up with somebody?
In your network.
I said 95% of my friends are married at this point. There's 5% of us, like me and Mike over here, that are still out there. I said, you don't want this in your life. You want a good dude. Not that we're not good dudes. But we got some things
to sort out
on these tires.
She
She said, I want a good guy. I've got a good values. I got a good value system.
Yeah.
I'm looking to meet a guy. Can you make any referrals? I said, I don't know any dudes like that. But that doesn't mean they're not out there in the internet land watching the SOSCAST or watching Valuetainment. So I said the best approach for you to be is come on, be yourself, be beautiful, be engaging, be enchanting, be smart. Some dude's going to DM you. So let's see how your answers go.
Okay.
So this is the best.
If Adam's strategy
This is the best
works.
marketing approach out there.
Yeah.
So Dea, what do you do for work again?
So I have my business. It's called Art Me Up, and I'm an actress.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're single and you're looking for a man.
Yes.
There it is.
I want to be.
Well, I'm glad
wiped
you're on
out.
the show. I love your attitude. Okay. Sarah Elizabeth is back.
Hello.
Sarah's back. This is probably like your 5th time on the show.
I don't know. Something
I'm not counting.
something like that.
Almost,
Fourth or
yeah.
Well, you've been here for the Fresh and Fizz event.
Yes.
You've been here for another event.
Some main events.
We've lost count at this
You're doing
point.
great. Your hair looks wonderful.
Thank
you look
you. I just got
wonderful.
it
What's
done.
new with you? You look better than ever.
I'm really good. Business is good. I just invested into some like one-on-one mentorship so that I could like really grow my business this year and get out of debt. And I'm seeing someone now.
Nice.
So excited. Thought that day would never come. I don't know. That's about it. I've been working on business, working on myself. That's about it.
Well, we're proud of you. We're fans of you. I think you're a great girl. I think I labeled you one of the more red pill girls that we've seen on the show. But I think you're just based.
Probably, yeah.
I think you just know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
congratulations.
based and-
So the audience out there, she's got a man. She's got a new man. She's looking for a man. These two girls are great catches. Speaking of great catch, Natalia Del Valle is in the house.
Howdy.
She's been co-hosting this caboose in this train for a while now. You know, I tell the story every single time. These are the things that
Stop
a man...
telling that story.
No,
People
it's
really
never going
believe
to
I'm
end because
homeless.
it's the
I'm
truth.
not homeless. I've never been homeless.
This is what men do for
Thankfully.
women that women will never do for a man. When I met this beautiful girl, she was homeless, penniless, shoeless, toothless, all that and then some.
My teeth
Look
are
at her
real.
now. Look at that smile.
Nice and real.
Look at those toes.
He said,
Look at that dress.
Valuetainment. We'll clean you up.
Okay, she's looking better than ever. We plucked her out of a trash can. We said, let's turn that trash into ass, and now look at her now. Ladies, we'll be with you in a second. So now she's here. She's looking better than ever. A woman will never do that for a man. But this is what men are able to do for you beautiful women out there. Okay. Speaking of beautiful women, you guys ready to talk? Hi. Welcome to the show.
The mic is on your chair.
Yeah. So, Nat, before we meet these other two girls that just showed up,
Yes.
late. You're in trouble.
So
Spankings. Mike, that's why you're here. Nat,
Yes.
what's new with you? What do you want people to know? Let's go before we start the show.
Yes. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Happy SOSCAST Day. We're super excited. We've got a nice panel lined up. I think today's topic should be interesting. I know Sauce is very excited to hear some of these answers. But thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you guys send. I see some super chats already, and we'll get to reading those. So make sure you guys send those in. Any questions, any comments? I actually want to hear you guys' comments today. So I'm super excited for that. Aside from that, make sure you guys subscribe, like, do all that fun stuff because we are about to get started. and
Yeah.
we're ready to go.
And guys, Nat's getting paid to do these shows. She's getting paid to be here.
Where?
Make her read.
Oh.
Make her read. Hooked on Phonics worked for this girl. In addition to her being homeless, penniless, shoeless, all that fun stuff, she was wordless. She didn't speak English.
That's not
Now
true.
look at her now,
English
reading
is the
great.
only language I speak.
Now,
I just
I
can't
found you in the
spell.
trash can. Is what
I just
happened.
can't spell. That's it. I can
Can't
read.
spell, but
I
make her
can't
put in her
spell.
works, read some super chats, make some comments. Now it's going to be working. Speaking of working, let's round out this panel. So Alondra's back.
How are you?
How are you? You're a woman on an island back there. You comfortable?
I mean, I'm pretty comfortable. It's my own island.
That's right.
Look at that.
Where you been? You brought your friend Gabriella?
I did. This is my bestie.
Okay. So whose fault it is it was late? Throw somebody under the bus.
It's both of us.
No. Okay, there it is. I like this girl. She threw you right under the bus. You tried to be nice. Okay, Alondra, what's new with you? What do you do for work? What's your man status? Give us the goods.
Single.
Single?
Single. I'm a medical esthetician. I came out with a podcast called Bottom Line. She's going to be my co-host. Yeah, super excited.
How do you spell co-host?
Co-host, C-O-H-O-S-T.
Oh,
Co-host.
I spelled
Okay.
H-O-S. Okay, I spelled it wrong.
Wow.
My bad. And then you, what's your story? You just threw your friend right under the bus. You've never been on the show. She's been here before. Why are you guys late? This bitch.
No, not necessarily that. We just like, we become fashion
We ride together, we die together type of thing. Okay, where do you live?
We live literally like 5 minutes from each other.
Cool, what city is that in?
Miami-Dade, Westchester.
Miami-Dade.
Yeah.
You can't wait for you guys to meet Mike. And what do you do for work?
I'm a legal assistant.
A legal assistant?
A legal assistant.
Shit, you snuck in the country? What happened? Did you say legal or illegal?
No, legal assistant.
Legal.
I'm a
Okay,
legal
guys.
assistant.
I'm an illegal assistant.
No. I'm a legal assistant.
I shouldn't be working here. Why are you on a podcast then, girl? Shit. We're desperate times, desperate measures. And what's your status, relationship
I'm
status?
single.
You're single. Alondra's single?
Yeah.
There's a lot of
We're
single girls
single.
out there. You looking for a man? Guys, we need your
Not
help.
necessarily.
The sliding of the DMs happens in the comments right here.
Yeah.
Let us know what you're interested in. We got to get Day a man. That's for sure. That's what's
Yeah.
going on here.
A
some
God-fearing
matchmaking.
man.
Speaking of finding yourself a man, I saved the best for last.
Oh.
Let me explain who this dude is. Let me just try to edify the man known as Mizzle. This guy doesn't do podcasts. Have you ever done a podcast?
No. it's my
Okay,
first one.
this is it.
Yeah.
So I'm out with Mike. I'm going to edify the hell out of this
I
guy.
don't know what I get myself into, to be honest.
You don't know.
Oh, you're just, you know women probably better than anybody out there. But Mike and I were out on Saturday night, and this is our millionth time being out at night in Miami, and I'll explain the first time and the last time. And I guess in the moment, in a club, with bottles, with women, I somewhat drunkenly was like, yo, you should come on the show. He's like, for real? I'm like, for real? You should, I need a co-host. It's me and all the girls. Yo, I'm in. Boom, boom. All right, and then I don't even know if I said bye, left the club Saturday night. Didn't think twice. He hits me yesterday. So you really want me on the show? I was like, oh shit, Mizzle. So we found the Mizzle. So let me explain who Mizzle is. So Mike Giron, what would you like people to say?
Yeah, that's fair.
With a G, goes by Mizzle on Instagram. Check it out. There's 3 Z's.
Yeah.
So here's how I met Mike. It's about 2010, 2011, and this is the time in my life when we're all partying at Club Live in Miami. Okay, Mike's still doing it from time to time. I've since then mostly retired from that game. I'm in my world at that time. I'm hanging out with one of my best friends is that guy Chris Humphries, who married Kim Kardashian. We all know this story. I don't need to tell it again. But we're on our side of the table with our crew, the Kardashians, the NBA players, whatever. And I'm like the one white boy in this crew right here. Across the other table, the other VIP, is all the basketball players. Dwayne Wade, LeBron, the whole Heat squad, and then one white boy with them. Who's the one white boy? The man Mizzle. Nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows what he does, but everybody loves this guy. I see him in the club for a solid 3 years before we even say a word together. Like, it was one of those things where it's like, all right, white guy, do your thing. And then finally we meet, and we're like, do we just become best friends? And it's like, we knew all the same people. We're all doing the same things. But he's an entrepreneur. He's a designer. He's an artist. He's a connector. He's just low-key one of the more informed dudes in the political space that we know. He's just an all-around great guy. But more important than anything, the reason that I brought him on this episode, he understands female nature.
Wow.
He's a dude. He's a dude's dude. He hangs out with all the basketball players. He's a fighter. He can throw some hands. But every time I see Mike, he's surrounded by a dozen women. And they're all his friends. You know how they say that men and women can't be friends? I think we've proven we can totally be friends with these girls.
Yep. Facts.
And that's all he's saying for the whole show, guys. Yes, facts.
We gotta make it soundboard.
I'll get to talking. I'll get to
Of
talking.
course, you'll get to talking, but you're real tight with Jane. You're one of the, I think you referred her over to the show. That was great. Mike, has anything I said been false, fabricated lies? Tell your story. Go ahead.
No. Everything was facts.
Yeah, that's true.
All
What would
facts.
you like to add?
What would I add?
Tell them what you do for work. Tell them your relationship status. Tell you what you want to be known for, and then we'll start the show.
My relationship status, I'm single. You hit it out the park. I do creative directing. I'm an artist. I do a lot of networking and connecting. I've been able to somehow make a living off of it. And yeah, I'm not out in the scene as much as I used to be. But when I do, I hang out with Adam and we have a good time. I'm like,
That's true.
Yeah. Or I'm hanging with Jane a lot.
Yeah.
But he's right. Yeah, I'm always with, I got a lot of girlfriends, you know what I mean, that are, you know, I don't know if I'm in the friend zone. No, I don't mean it that way.
You
know,
friend zone the girls.
I friend zone the girls a lot.
That's
yeah.
what you got to do.
he
You
does,
friend zone
he
them
does.
before they
I'm
friend
like, I
zone
do,
you.
yeah.
Then
know
you
what
get the
I don't like
referrals.
wasting girls' time. So if I see that, you know, we would be better off as friends, that's where, you know,
There it is.
let's go there. Yeah.
My dog, give him a follow on Instagram. Everyone's Instagrams are going to be basically in the description below. They're there. Before we kick off, we know that our guy Malik's here. Malik,
Hey,
a 7-foot
hey.
freak, 5 days a week, whatever it is.
All that.
Malik, what's good?
Everything's good. Oh yeah. By the way, Mouthpiece podcast just aired today, so check that out.
Nice.
It's on Valuetainment Sports. It's me, Brady Matthews, and also Jamie from Two Girls One Blunt. So check that out. But I feel great, and it's going to be an exciting episode today.
That's right. Let's turn Malik's microphone up. So they don't want that album to come out, Malik. They don't want to be heard. They don't want you to hear you. Let's turn that thing up. All right, so ladies, anything else before we start the show? Do I have your permission to start the show? Anything that's going on here? You guys are late to the show, but today's theme is all about the mean girls. So my friend Mike, I, and Malik over here, we want to hear from you guys. We're going to show you a series of pictures, videos, stories. We want you to keep it real. Alondra, can you keep it real? Do I have your commitment to keep it real?
Yeah.
Gabriella, do I have your commitment to keep it real? Don't hold nothing back. Dea, I know you're a sweetheart. Are you looking for a man? But you got to keep it real.
I will.
Sarah,
I always keep it real.
she always keeps it real. We know that. Amy,
Always.
Aspen,
Always.
Jane,
Always.
Natty Nat.
It's the only way to be.
Okay, we have a commitment that these girls are going to keep it real. Audience, I need your help. If one of these girls, you think that they're maybe holding back, not keeping it real, call them out in the chat. Let's know. We need your help. Malik, you're managing that. Nat, you're on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's going to be a series of stories. We're going to go fire away real quick. This isn't going to be like a 20-minute dissertation. Real quick. Keep it real as possible. Okay? So in honor of the movie Mean Girls, we are going to keep it real. So the first story. You might know this comedian, Amy Schumer. Okay? Let's get an image of her. So she strips down to nothing but her underwear for a topless, fresh-faced selfie. That ain't it. So if you keep, scrolling down, you will see it. There it is.
Oh, what?
Punch in. And she captioned, still got it. Okay? 40 extra pounds and a mother of one. Can we punch in on this thing? We can't punch in?
Yeah.
You just don't want them to do it. I hear you. Punch in on this thing. Okay.
How much further do you want to go?
There it is.
We got it.
Okay.
That's rowdy.
Now,
Built like that.
I'm just going to lead this thing off, and then you guys are going to start off here. In my opinion, keep this up right there.
Keep it real, Adam.
I'm going to keep it real.
Okay.
The body, not the worst. Not the best. Certainly not the
Give it
best.
a number.
Too bad.
The body's a 3, but you're expecting me to say a 1. I don't know. It's actually not horrible.
Okay.
The face, though.
Is a what?
She looks like a grown-up Cabbage Patch doll. Okay?
Adam.
Amy, I get it. You're funny. She's not pretty in the face.
She gotta get some masseters. Should be
You guys let me. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I'm a dick. I don't know. actually somehow complimenting Amy Schumer's body.
Yeah.
Nobody's complimenting that. But I'm cool with that. Thick girls, hey, believe me, I love the women. The face, though. Amy, no face, no case. We got no case on you. Anyway, she said she's gained 40 pounds. She's a mother of one. Respect. She had the baby, 2 years ago. What? I don't know. Fact check me. But I give you 12 months to lose the baby weight. You can't still be doing about 40 pounds off the baby. Still got it. I don't know if she ever got it. That's my rendition of me being a mean girl. Ladies, thumbs up, thumbs down. Hold them up, hold them down. Same as a gentleman. Put your things in your hand.
Oh, I don't have a
So
thumb.
is this she doesn't have one? Victor, run and grab her one right now. Go. Oh, there he goes. Thank you. Thumbs up. Body positivity movement. All good. Post it, whatever it is. That's green. Red, don't flaunt it if you don't got it. So raise it up. If, hey, you post whatever you got. Flaunt your body. Do your thing. It's all good. That's green. Red is don't flaunt it if you don't got it. Hold them up.
Don't flaunt it if you don't got
What
it.
if you believe you just shouldn't?
Hold them
flaunt
up. Hold them up.
I'm confused.
Probably red.
Okay.
Okay, listen, for the ladies, I don't want to do this every time. Hold up a fucking color.
Okay.
And then we'll figure it out from there. But you don't have to be like, I don't know, what's green, just hold something up. And then we'll do it. Every single time, don't make me ask twice.
Okay, fine.
Don't flaunt it if you don't got it. Don't flaunt it if you don't got it. Don't flaunt it if Mike likes it. Thinks she's thick, okay? So none of the girls thinks that she should be posting this except for Jane and except for Mike. You guys in cahoots right here? Jane.
Same perspective.
I just said, listen, do what you got to do. You know, I just called her out. Good comedian. Not pretty. What's your take on her picture?
I mean, how old is she? 43, right? How old is she? She's
I don't know.
pretty
Malika,
old.
pull that up real quick. I don't think she's 40 yet.
But I mean, at her age, she's had a child. I mean, I don't if she doesn't look terrible. I've seen worse. I've seen.
Oh, we've all seen worse.
Yeah, I've seen
but
really bad.
They're
for
not
her age.
posting on the internet.
But she doesn't look terrible. Her face, could do some work. But I don't.
She's
think
42?
She's 42.
Oh,
As
so
a
she's my
42-year-old, that's not a terrible. She's thick. She's a thick woman. To be thick like that and to have a flat stomach as a trainer, it's hard to accomplish
Okay.
that. So I could tell she takes care of her body. So I give an A+ for that. But as her face, that's weird. But other than that, I think that for her age and
Amy, why'd you
and all
say
that,
she shouldn't be
she's
flaunting it?
In general, I don't think that women should be presenting themselves either naked or half naked online, whether it's behind a paywall or not. I don't think that's necessarily the best standard to set. And while you did compliment her body, I'm also just against this whole body positivity movement. I think it's creating this extremely toxic culture where we're glorifying obesity and body positivity when ultimately it's a death spiral that these people are going down. I said that no, I didn't never consider myself to be a mean girl, but I never said that I wasn't honest. I've always been honest with people. I always keep it real. And to me, that's not being mean. I'd rather be honest with you than lie to you. And then several years down the track, no one was honest with you, and now you have all of these illnesses and these things that you need to deal with.
So is there nuance to this? Meaning, you caught a little heat from posting a picture on New Year's with our homegirl, Zena, and she's an OnlyFans girl.
Correct.
You're not an OnlyFans girl. You're vocally against that type of lifestyle.
Correct.
But you kick it with them. So what would you say to the people that are like, yeah, you're shaming the body positivity movement, but at the same time, you're hanging out with people to do OnlyFans? What would you say to the people that say that you're talking out of both sides
Well,
of
I
your
have
mouth?
obese or overweight people in my family, but I'm not going to ostracize them. I think the beauty of the human experience is that we're all different. We have different beliefs. We have different values. If Zena and I were face to face, like we have been many a time, I would tell her I think she could do better. And I have. On this podcast, that exact conversation actually played out the last time the two of us sat here together.
Well, we asked the question,
So-
would you rather make 400 grand on OnlyFans or make 40 grand and be a 9-to-5 worker? You were one of the few girls that said, give me the 40K. Same with Nat. But some girls see that money and they're like, fuck morals, fuck principles, fuck values. Let me get that bag, baby. So explain what's going through a girl's mindset when they go and get that bag, but the rest of their life might be a death spiral because of the a million reasons that they'll run into.
Could you elaborate on the question?
So what would you say to the girls that are basically going after the money versus being a little more traditional in their traditional value set?
I think at the end of the day, you can't really say the right thing to the wrong person. Like if people are committed to misunderstanding you and not hearing your message, there's nothing you can really say to be able to impact them. I think it's just going to have to be from learned experience. And unfortunately, we see a lot of girls get out of the industry and they try to do better for themselves and they end up going right back to the same thing.
Yep.
It's a matter of your programming.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks, Mike.
I mean, I think that people can change, but I think it's extremely difficult to do so. So I think you just have to love on those people and give them more positive reinforcement than negative.
Aspen, back to this thing. You do personal training, right? What do you said that you would, if you're Amy Schumer, you're not posting that picture.
No, absolutely not.
Explain why not.
Well, for one, I wouldn't post that because you're a mom. So like later on down the road, your kid can get bullied for that to begin with. And for two, like you should want longevity for your life. So taking care of yourself the best possible way. You know, she's probably carrying a little bit of extra weight that she shouldn't be.
Just speak up a little bit more.
Hello. So like, I mean, yeah, she was a mother. She gave birth 2 years ago. So yeah, she probably could have lost the baby weight by now.
Gotcha. So you're basically saying what she's doing is, as a mother, what you should not be doing.
You shouldn't be posting that at all. I mean, even for her and her career, that could have been used against her too. But I mean, you should always be taking care of yourself no matter what.
Sarah, are you in the same mindset as her or what?
Yeah, I am. Also within like her face, like I mean her face looks terrible. If you look at the photo, like her skin is very red. She looks like she has like rosacea. Like, you can just tell you don't take care of your body.
You're on the same page as me, that the face.
Yeah, I mean like you have
not that picture. I'm like, I don't know why you're showing that picture.
Even her face there, like her skin tone is like very
there you
red.
go.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. You just can tell that she's not very healthy. And then also like what she said about the career, like I don't know. I would never post something like that on the internet, and I don't think that.
Gotcha.
Also,
wait, but do you want to hear something that's like a mean girl thing though?
Yeah, but can we turn her volume up or speak louder? One of the two.
Okay. Hi. Hello. So growing up, the clique of girls that I was with, we always had like a 2-3 rule. So like when you left the house, either your outfit, your makeup, or your hair had to be done. And it's just like to post a picture and have absolutely nothing. Like me and my friends would.
What's 2-3 rule?
You have to have 2/3 of that always done.
And then it's what, the hair?
The hair, makeup, or outfit. Always.
Okay.
2/3 of that.
To even leave the house.
Yeah.
And then why isn't it 3 out of 3?
You always look presentable. You said what?
Why isn't it all 3?
Well, I mean, you're human. Every day, like if you.
I'm saying just to even leave the house. Like if I'm going to the store, it's like do your makeup, do your hair. You can wear sweatpants.
To always look presentable, yeah, because you always want to be your best self. But like we get it. Like sometimes the outfit and the hair is fine. You just don't have makeup on. It's whatever.
Here, I have a question for the ladies. Who here today is not wearing any makeup whatsoever? So you're all wearing something. Yeah. Did you wear your makeup today, Mike?
I'm gonna be very honest. When I come on these, because the lights drown me out, I will put makeup on. On a day-to-day, I never, ever wear makeup. Like the guy that I've been seeing for the last, we were hanging out for 3 weeks before he even saw makeup on my face at all. Like I never wear it ever.
And why not?
Because I feel like I look nicer without it. My skin's really nice. I've always had really clear skin. And I
have a quick question, and just ballpark it. Don't need a long, crazy answer. Ballpark it. How much do you think you spend a year on beauty and makeup products?
Is this including skincare?
Yeah, because
Anything that you buy at Ulta or at Sephora or at Target, all added up, put it in a cart, total it up at the end of the year. Is it 500? Is it 5,000? Is it 10,000? You probably know what you spend monthly. If you're spending about my monthly, just times it by 12. What do you think, Aspen?
I mean, probably like 1,000. I get my hair done like once every 6 months, and then, I mean, my makeup I get from like Target.
1,000 the whole year, or just a month?
1,000 like the whole year. I mean, I get drugstore makeup, so I pretty much can make that last.
Okay, you think 1,000, Amy?
I'm running off makeup from like nearly 2 years ago now, and I think it expires. Like, so that's actually not good. But skincare, I definitely invest a lot into my skincare. I'd say probably about 200 every month, something like that.
So that's
2,400 a month.
Yeah,
a year.
2,500 a year.
Something like that.
Jay Marie?
I would say the same. I don't really wear, Mike knows, I don't really wear like makeup like that. But
How much a year?
I don't know. I started recently like investing into Korean skincare, and it's not as expensive, so I would probably say around that 2,400 a year.
Okay.
For makeup, for skin, yeah.
Gabriella?
I'm not really into skincare like that, just because I don't really know about it that well. I've just been.
So you don't spend any money all year, zero?
I do, yeah. I mean, I do my hair like every year.
So how much?
I'll spend like $300 on my hair. I do my lashes every 2 weeks. That's about $80 a refill. Maybe like 1,000, 1,300.
1,000 for the year?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
1,300 a year.
I honestly thought it was gonna be a lot more.
Well, it is a lot more. That's what we're trying to figure out what it is.
So I do my own hair. Like I straighten it by myself because it's way too much money to go to the hair salon. And I keep my costs pretty low, so maybe like 500
for the whole year.
No.
I mean, well, what am I factoring?
Ain't no
like
way.
just my nails?
Everything.
Hair, makeup, skincare.
Hair, skin, makeup, eyes, this.
Loud mask, lotion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't be.
Okay, I'll say 1,000.
All right.
You don't have to.
Alondra?
Honestly, I think like 3,000 or 4,000.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nat?
Skincare.
It actually used to be higher, but I've
There you
lessened. So I would say like around like the 25, 26.
I think you guys are all way lower than what you really spend a year, in my opinion.
I agree.
You think so?
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
$100
Maybe
a
we're
month.
just beautiful.
200.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
we're
just saying,
beautiful.
$100 a month. That's $1,200 for the year.
Including like
Listen, all I'm saying,
facials, like all that
whatever
stuff.
you're spending, I don't care. I think you should know the number. But what I'm getting at the fact is that it takes a lot of work just to walk out the door to be a woman. As a dude, we get out of the shower, we put some gel in our hair, we're out the fucking door with the baseball hat or not, whatever. For a woman, it's a lot of societal pressures to look your best.
Of course.
Right? For a dude, again, I've said this a million times, men are success objects, women are beauty objects. We're not the same. We're equal under the eyes of the law, but no girl is going to come on this stage without makeup. Every dude shows up here and they're like, makeup, what are you talking about? So Amy Schumer didn't do any of the three things that Aspen is talking about here. She left the house without doing her makeup, her hair, her clothes.
She had no clothes.
She's signing up for the newest Cabbage Ball doll. But that's it. Any final thoughts on this that we missed before we move on?
I think it's a way better investment to invest in skincare than makeup, to be honest, because it's actually an investment.
Sure,
That's
I
what's going
agree.
to sustain your youth and your looks in the long term. Whereas makeup, over time, it's just going to age you more. And honestly, I'd rather people be surprised when I put it on than surprised when I take it off.
Yeah,
That's
same.
true.
You're putting chemicals on your skin. It
That's the
absorbs it so
different.
fast.
Great point, Amy. As always, that's the point that people tried to make about the COVID jab. Okay, makeup in this instance is the jab. Being healthy, getting sunlight, working out, doing all that. That's actual skincare. So you can actually be proactive or be reactive.
Exactly.
Always better to be proactive. By the way, did I just do a proactive skincare commercial? Remember proactive? Right along. So we're all in agreement. Next time that Amy Schumer wants to do a selfie like that, just put the phone down. Okay? There it is.
I disagree.
So you disagree?
I disagree.
Tell me why, Mike.
I agree with all the points that the
Yes.
girl's made, but she gets a break because she's a comedian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So by her going and doing that changes kind of the whole thing. You know what I mean? It kind of gives her like the I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like I'm just doing it because it's I'm careless, and it kind of plays. It's part of her kind of like part of her character.
I do what I want. Yeah.
It's
Actually,
kind of her
what I'm saying?
shtick.
is she in a
It's kind of
relationship?
It's like and
She
she
is.
knows. I have to imagine
Yeah.
that she knew the reaction the masses were gonna say to that.
Sure.
You know, everybody's gonna fucking trash.
Well, I'll
me
give
for
her credit on this end. Listen, for a man and for a woman specifically, you make your way in this world one of two ways: with your body or with your mind. Some girls just rely exclusively on their body. I'm not saying that if you use your mind, you can't use your body, but I'm saying those are the two key indicators on how you make your way in this world. You're either a model, a stripper, a bartender, a big titty thing, whatever you got, that's you're making your thing. Or you're either working, you're behind a desk, you're collaborating, you're doing what you got to do, you're using your mind. She is actually using her mind and her wit and her cleverness and her humor and all that and then some. But at the same time, she does have a body. And that body,
Not very good.
not so good.
No. No bueno.
No bueno. So I do get it from a comedic perspective, but I doubt any woman here wants to be laughed at for their body. They'd rather be laughed with for their humor, but nobody's gonna feel confident enough to be laughed at for their
I strongly
body.
agree with the fact that you said that it's not good for society that she's putting stuff out there like that. You know what I mean? Because you know, she is also an influencer and she's got a big following.
Right.
She's getting a bunch of, you know, giving others the wrong idea. But also, I guarantee you, there's some guys out there that saw that photo and like to us, maybe she's got zero value on the sexual marketplace. But there's some dudes who were looking at that like, man.
That's called a kink.
Amy Schumer.
That is called a
movie.
kink.
Correct.
And there are groups that actually, I think it's called NAFA, National Something of Fat Acceptance, and they literally have a kink where they will feed women until they're bedbound and they die. So it's that may be it at the infancy stage. That's not something we want to necessarily be.
It's a
encouraging.
kink.
I agree with that.
So you're right. From a societal perspective, we've all seen the shift, whether it's Victoria's Secrets, whether it's The Gap. It's no longer the Giselles of the world. It's the Lizzos of the world. Hey, you might have a kink for Lizzo, but most people don't.
Right.
Okay, if you see Lizzo do a selfie like that, I ain't signing up for that OnlyFans. But we've all been to the strip club. We've all been to 11 in Miami. And meanwhile, some guys want the hot chicks like this, and some guys like, give me the Lizzo lookalike. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's my thing. It's like, good luck with that thing. Different strokes for different folks. I get it. But at the same time, Amy Schumer, thumbs down. That's where we're going with this one. Moving right along. Again, we're keeping it real. This is the Mean Girls episode. We're keeping it real. Anyone here know who Martha Stewart is?
Yes.
Martha Stewart is how many years old? Anyone know?
She's at 80.
82 years young. So Martha Stewart is basically putting out some thirst traps on the internet. Pull this thing up. So we all know that she's known for her online recipes, but she's looking pretty spicy in these internet thirst traps. So ladies, green if you approve, red if you disapprove. Should Martha Stewart hang it up? That's red. Or keep strutting her stuff? That's green. Let Martha know what to do. Green or red, do you approve?
Hang what up? I mean, is she known for
Hold
taking
on.
photos?
So, green, what you got? Hang them up, Mike. Okay, I don't understand you.
I like that.
You're telling Amy Schumer, keep doing what you're doing.
Yes.
But Martha Stewart, pull that picture up of Martha Stewart.
No, the photo looks great. She looks
Let
great,
me
but that's not
tell
my
you
reasoning for
something.
it.
82 and looking like that? Martha, holler at your boy Saz next time you're in town. Okay, keep them up. Guys, if you don't hold them up, I don't know what your answers are. Okay. Nat and Mike are the only two that says to fold up shop. What don't you like about Martha Stewart over here?
I mean, for her it works, but I mean, again, because you also have that influencer type of, impact, it's also influencing,
Yeah, what
that
is
could
she
be kind of
influencing? She wants to
marketed.
influence some other
No,
She's trying to
80-year-old chick?
No, it
She's
is
trying to
close.
influence
She's
some
close.
dicks.
That's why I
It
said
is
green.
Martha Stewart, so she can kind of listen. A lot of these celebrities who we react to, like, they can do what they want. Like, they know this kind of comes with it. So like when you see Martha Stewart, you're like, do your thing, girl. You're Martha Stewart, But if you're asking me, like, do I want to see that on the everyday,
Yeah.
like. No,
Malik, do me a favor.
favor.
See if you can find a
it
before,
sparks a
after
trend of
jail
80-year-olds.
picture of
Yeah,
Martha
I
Stewart.
want
my feet to be that.
I feel you,
Okay.
girl. I feel you. I just
Alondra.
don't think there's anything overtly sexual about it.
I don't
It
either. That's
depends
why
how
I
you
said
look
like
at it.
green.
It depends. Look, you can look at
Let
someone
me go around the
obesely
table here, and then we'll
eating,
get with
and
Mike.
it's not
Alondra,
sexual.
why do you say keep posting those pictures?
Honestly, it looks like it could be a painting. Like maybe if she makes it into a painting and then put it in her bathroom, I will love it.
Okay.
I love it though. She looks good. For
She looks
her
good.
age.
Yeah, she does.
Good
Gabrielle?
photo. Good
Yeah.
photo.
She actually
not
looks
mad at
really
it.
good for
She looks
her
good.
age. Yeah.
looks great.
Okay,
Let her
Dea?
feel confident how she feels.
Yeah, I think she looks great, and she's not naked.
Yeah,
I
she
just
looks
don't
great.
think people should be posting naked.
The
You
clothes
know?
thing.
Yeah.
The clothes thing. Sarah?
That's why I thumbs upped it, because she has clothes on and like, she looks a little like bedheady rough. Like maybe she just had a good
it's a
time or
vibe.
something. But like with her like sexual face, but like she's got clothes on, so like at the end of the day, whatever.
Did you say sexual face?
Yeah, she was making it. Look at the picture.
Yeah,
She's
she
making
was,
like
like,
a.
ready.
The face is what I feel like makes it the
Pull up
thirst
the
trap.
face.
Look at it.
Scroll in on that, bud.
Yeah.
Relax, Adam.
Yeah.
Relax.
I'm just saying.
I was getting a little turned on
I'm
over here.
saying this
Take a picture.
publicly. If given the chance to be with Martha Stewart, 82, or Amy Schumer,
Also, what does
42,
the caption say? What is the caption on that photo?
I'm taking Martha Stewart.
The caption makes a
Every
difference.
day. What's the caption? What's that?
Snoop got a hold of Martha.
That's another. Look, let me tell you something.
JC Torres.
Malik, did you find the before after picture of Martha Stewart?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Pull up this picture. So this is Martha Stewart before she went. Everyone knows that Martha Stewart went to jail for insiders trading, okay, which is basically trading stock illegally, insider tips and all that. She was not a sex symbol, sex icon. She was, hi, welcome to the Pottery Barn type lady. All of a sudden, she goes to jail. You know, orange is the new black. Speaking of the new black, she met up with Snoop Dogg somehow. Started getting high on her own supply, smoked weed every day. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened with Snoop, but something's telling me she got her little bow wow wow on with Snoop. Wow. And now she's doing some gangster shit, doing thirst traps, and at 82 is looking quite delectable. I don't know. What do you ladies think, Aspen?
I know you guys were talking about the influence that she has on people, but you have to think about her target audience. And for everyone that's like actually following her on a day-to-day basis, she's probably like a good influence for them to look at. Like, yeah, I want to be 82 and look like that.
True.
Yeah.
Wasn't she
still putting work into yourself?
Wasn't she originally known for being like a homemaker and
like a
her
goody
recipes
two-shoes
and
homemaker?
everything
Yes.
like that? Yeah. I mean,
feel like she's
completely
like
agree with
like,
what
like
you
Home
said.
Goods,
moms
wasn't it?
and grandmas.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because you get older doesn't mean you don't have to take care of
Okay.
yourself, look
Yeah.
nice.
No, she was in some
I
lingerie.
agree.
I would have a different. I would have a different color.
There you go, Jane.
I mean, I think we've all seen probably worse in social media. I mean, we just kind of saw worse. So, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think if you got it, you can post your thing. She is Martha Stewart. But I mean, I think we've all seen worse on social media. I'm tired of seeing bodies and all of that.
Listen, guys,
Yeah.
let's. Okay, Eddie, just real quick. How old's your grandma?
Probably 78.
How old's your grandma?
76.
Early 80s. She don't look
Grandma?
like
Yeah.
Like 70s.
Grandma? Okay.
No grandma.
76 or something.
85.
70s.
82.
My grandpa's
Don't lie. Martha Stewart looks better than anyone's grandma.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
Martha Stewart grew up with all these resources to make sure she looks
Yeah,
good.
and she's got
I hope
a lot of
she's
Botox
better than
and
her
Bitch, she's
grandma.
82.
All that money, she better look better than
She's
her
82.
grandma.
I don't care.
If she doesn't look better
There's
than her
82-year-olds.
grandma, she wasted her money.
I don't care. Money can't buy you an entire new look. Yeah,
It can.
Oh, Look at Khloe Kardashian.
There's trans
I would like to retract my following statement. It can definitely buy you
Everything.
It can buy you a little something something.
It can buy you.
But
that.
at 82,
Yes.
she's looking good.
Look at J-Lo. J-Lo's what, 50 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big difference between 80.
There's a big difference between 50 and 80. People say that women hit the wall at 30. Meanwhile, Martha Stewart's thirst trapping at
Look at
82.
Kim, check out,
With
look
the
at Kim
thanks of
Kardashian.
Botox and filler.
No doubt. Money's going to buy you
look
something.
At her look where money
But
goes.
that's up to a certain age. At 82, dude, gravity's out there.
Botox.
Wrinkles are out there.
Madonna looks like
Botox.
Frankenstein.
Surgeries are out there.
right.
Men can turn into women today.
Yeah.
Are you
that's
kidding
true.
me? Yeah, they can do
That's true.
Guys, as always, I won this debate. I won this argument.
She got so my beauty. I don't care.
Listen, there's nothing that's gonna get Nat triggered more than some Dylan Mulvaney, Jordan Peterson. She's our
being honest.
our personal
I'm
Dr.
just
Jordan
being
Peterson.
honest.
She's calling out the feminists. I stand corrected. We all know that more money, more problems. I agree. More money, less wrinkles. We all know that. Okay.
Yes.
Respect. Moving right along. Speaking of more money, more problems. More problems, less money is our next person. We're talking about Kanye West. Guys, we're doing the Mean Girls podcast episode. We are keeping it real. So Kanye West, I think we all know that he's been remarried since Kim. Yes? Anyone know his new wife's name?
Isn't she like
Nobody
a
gives a
Kim?
shit.
Isn't she
But her
like a
name
Kim
is.
lookalike?
But her name is.
You're
Kanye's wife. Her name is Bianca. So she celebrated her birthday wearing what she typically wears around Kanye, what he allows her to wear. Just show off your titties with a little bit of string on it. Here's a picture. There it is. I'm surprised she's even able to wear all that. Punch in a little bit. So
I don't think so. I think we got it.
there's other images out there. Do you have other images that you can pull up,
Maybe a
Malik?
closer look.
So, as we're pulling up these images, I think that she's just a professional model for him. Not a model. He's just like, come around me. There's pictures of her literally walking around Italy holding a pillow. There's pictures of her holding a mask. He's like, listen, I'm Kanye. I'm number one. You're my number two. It's clear. It is what it is. If you want to be my wife, just do what you're told. Do what I say. You'll live a good life. Why did he do that? Okay, this is what? Her, yeah. This is, what does the clip say?
Why is he treating her like a puppet?
Treating her like a puppet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
This is the criticism that he's getting out there, just basically using her. Now, why is this such a big deal? Because we all know that he was married to Kim K. We all know my history with Kim and all that fun stuff. But clearly, she was the alpha in that relationship. She's more famous. She's wealthier. She's more known. Kanye's, we get it. He's a great rapper. But as far as Instagram followers, social media impressions, household names, don't forget, there's one Kanye West. There's like 100 Kardashians. Okay? So all I'm saying is he was playing second fiddle to Kim. That's all I'm saying. Does anybody disagree? Okay. In this relationship, he's clearly the man. Yes? So
I hope so.
she's clearly the sidekick. But that's not the question. Here's the question. Who should be the leader in a relationship? Who should be like, follow me, I got you, this is where we're going? And who should be like, okay, I'm on your team, let's go. So we're going to ask the question here. Green for men, red for women. Who should be the leader in your relationship, red or green?
Is there a way to do it like halfway?
You're about to. Okay, so green, 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 green. Green, green, green.
For green is for men?
Green is for men.
Yeah.
Okay. So the only person here that has red is Gabriella.
Well, no, half and half.
But you're half-half.
It-
Explain why it's half-half.
It just depends, because if a man is not providing for you, there's really no need for you to be in the picture if there's nothing that you can bring to me that I can't bring to myself.
So when you say providing, break that down.
As in, like, you should be providing me a home, like, you should be providing me paying for my bills, or at least just giving a little something to make my life easier. We women are designed to be, like, very soft with men, you know, like love them, like if they're babies, men kind of act like babies. So for you to get that out of me, you need to do something for me, which is provide me a home, a car. And if you can't do that for me, then you should just get out of my way.
So on your list of things that you're looking for of a guy, if he's not a provider, you're out.
Yeah, I'm completely
Doesn't
out.
matter how hot he is, how cool he is, how funny he is. For you, dollar bills, y'all.
Not really dollar bills. It's just like we both need to work together. I don't want to be taking care of you like if you're my child.
No, nobody said that you need to take care of
No,
him.
but that's
take
what
care
I'm
of
saying.
him. But you're saying you're mandating that he has to take care of you.
But that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't provide, who else is?
Okay, so back to my initial question. So who leads in the relationship? Is it just come down to who makes the most money?
More or less, yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
so if the
money
guy
runs
makes
around
more
everything.
money, he's the leader.
Necessarily.
So basically, money talks, bullshit walks.
Yeah, because you know you grew up a certain lifestyle of what you want and how you want things, and like you shouldn't settle for less than what you want in your future. Everybody
Okay.
has their goals and things to look at, and if you can't level to my own goals and what I want, then it's not gonna work.
What do you do for work again?
I'm a legal assistant.
You're that's right, the illegal assistant, legal assistant. So, how many lawyers are trying to get in the, all up in there?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Only because I give that that boundary. Like I'm not
That
looking for
illegal
that.
pussy boundary. No, we ain't playing this game.
No. I'm an example to, I have a son. He's going to be one
Ah,
next month.
the
So
kicker. You got a kid. You got a son.
Yeah, so you have like an example that you want to raise your kid a certain way and how they're
Where's the
supposed
father?
to be out and about.
Just out and about? Were you guys ever married?
No. We were together for a really long time. It didn't work after.
Who broke up with who?
I broke up with him.
Why? Was it the money?
It was a big portion. I was
Okay.
tired of taking care of the mess, the nonsense, picking up the pieces and trying to make everything correct.
Gotcha.
you know?
This isn't an intervention. We'll move on to other girls.
Yeah.
You're doing great, by the way. Congratulations. Thank you for doing your thing. Congratulations. Boy or girl?
A boy,
What's his name?
Elijah.
Amazing night. Round of applause for the mother over here. We need strong women raising kids. We also need men in the home. I say this all the time. There's stats out there that show that, you know, the father being in the home is probably the best thing they could have for a kid. So break it down. When is it appropriate? Have the man in the house, not have the man in the house? You said that the most important thing is for him to be a provider. But what about being a provider for your son, Elijah? What about being there for you? What about being present? What about being a protector?
Well, if he
Is it all just come down to the money?
Well, no, it's also money and also too how you treat my son. I think my son comes first and then money comes after. Because if you don't love my son, you honestly don't love me.
But that's his son too.
Yeah, more or less. If me and you are in a well, what are you talking about? Like me with my kid's dad or like somebody else? Like if I were
with the actual father.
Oh, the father? No, that's a no.
He's not in the son's life?
Oh, he is, but like if me and him were together, like that would.
No, I know you're not with him.
To be honest, I do everything for my kid.
Gotcha. So the bottom line is your guy was not a leader. You didn't respect him. He wasn't making enough money, so he had to hit the door.
Well, not making enough money. It was just spending money on different priorities and like, or different of his priorities, not like your actual things that are real.
How hard is it finding a new man right there with a 1-year-old?
Honestly, it's not really that hard.
Really?
It's really not. It's just me, like, if I feel like what you bring to the table is what I want to eat.
And how young are you?
I'm 26. I'll be 27 in January. Well, the 18th.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Alondra, you know this girl. You know men. You know relationships. You got it going on and a whole bag of chips. The initial question was, who should be leading in a relationship? Every single one of you said the man. And I want to get you guys' input on this. Even Mike, who is the man, said, I'm the man. You got to follow what I lead. Alondra, where are you at with this? When you hear leadership, when you hear running a relationship, what are the prerequisites for you to follow the leadership of a man?
Well, he needs to obviously treat me really good, and he needs to be religious, you know. He needs to have a lot of faith, be patient, and the second thing would obviously be money, though. I don't want to be stressed out about anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is money not, as far, we've all said that the man should be the leader in the relationship. Yeah. Everyone has a top 3. For instance, you said religious, then you said money, whatever else it is. For you, it was straight up provider, money, take care of it, all get.
And my kid.
And the kid. You gotta be. Anyone else here have a kid? So that's just you.
Oh, it's just me.
Is money not in anyone's top 3 here? So when you say the man's the leader of the relationship, I'm following his lead. Here are the 3 things I'm looking for in a man. Whatever they are, do them in your head real quick. Beep, 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 beep. Is money not in the top 3 for any of you?
Ooh, that's tough.
Go ahead.
Because for me, I know that money can come and go. It really depends on the mindset of a man. So for me, the top 3 would be faith. He is a God-fearing man. He has strong faith and morals. 2, he's a family man, so he loves his family so well. Because who your relationships are with determines a lot of who you are, because it's what you're exposed to, it's what you're influenced by. So his faith, his family, his friends, his relationships, and then his vision. So a man with vision is worth following, but I think there's a lot of men that don't have vision for their life, don't have a sense of purpose, and that I can't follow that. I can't stand behind that. Yeah. So those would be the most important. And I think that money is attracted to purpose, and money is attracted to people that have strong values, are integral. Because if you're integral in your business, if you're an integral person and you do everything high quality and give the best service, money will just come. Money will flow to you. So I pick people based more on who they are, because I've met multimillionaires who are just terrible human beings, and it's just like I could never like submit to someone who is like that.
Yeah. By the way, clap it up for our friend Daya right here. Yeah. Go ahead. So a couple things to that. Money does not make you the person you are. It essentially exposes the person that you are.
That's good.
If you are a good person and you come into money, you will do good things with your money. Yeah. If you're a bad person and you come into money, you will do bad things with your money and treat people poorly. The quickest solution to make a lot of money, and I've done this, we know people around here have done this, help as many people as possible. The more people you can help, the more money you will make. So it's Elon Musk said it, the more problems you can solve, the more people's situations that you can aspire and help and do better with, the more money you make. That's just kind of natural. That I like what you said there. Yeah. Sarah, leadership, relationship, money. How do you process all this?
I mean, I've said multiple times on here, I always wanted someone that was like very financially successful, just because I don't know, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. That's what I want to do. I mean, like, I have a business that runs remotely and stuff like that, so like I always have something for myself if anything ever went wrong or whatever, but I do want to be like a traditional housewife, stay-at-home mom, so that is important to me. But I've said this before on another podcast, and I think that women could give men something very special, and it's submitting to them. However, I don't think that women should submit to any man. Yeah. I think that the man has to be deserving of you submitting to him, and when it's the right man, you will just naturally submit. Like, there will be no question, there will be no ifs, ands, or buts, and it will just feel right, and you will trust literally every single decision that he makes and everything that he says. And if you have to question anything for 1 second, then I don't think it's someone worth submitting to. Like, if you really respect that man and you care about him and you trust his judgment and you like trust that he has a good head on his shoulders and who he is as a person, like, you're naturally just going to be in your soft feminine energy and be able to turn your brain off and let him lead.
Let me tell you something. Totally respect that answer. Totally appreciate that answer. But for you guys out there, it's getting harder and harder and harder to be that dude. Let me explain. In the 1950s up to the 1980s, up until basically social media was a thing, any normal working class guy could pull a girl, no problem. I'm a hardworking man. I've got good values. I met my girl at church. Good to go. You, average guy, pretty woman, boom, get married, take my beautiful wife, take my amazing husband. I do. Social media age, being the average dude will leave you with a below average woman. Because the average woman out there wants that dude that she can respect, trust, leadership. My guy's got this. It's no secret that in the hypergamy, sexual market value charts, all these things, the top 20% of dudes are getting all the ass. Whereas the middle dudes are maybe getting some crumbs, and the guys at the bottom are getting zip, zero, nilch, nothing. So what I tell people these days, being average is no longer acceptable. Making an average amount of money, not acceptable. Being average looking, not acceptable. Having an average body, unacceptable. Having an average social profile network, unacceptable. Because average these days is actually below average. So I think what you're saying is so amazing. If I meet the right guy, I'll submit. Yeah. How many guys do you run into that you would actually even consider submitting to? 1%?
I've only
10%?
met one.
Exactly.
Just one.
And you guys are all pretty. You probably get hit on 5 times a day, 100 times a week. How much percentage-wise would you even consider talking to the guys that hit on you?
No.
Percentage-wise. Jane?
If I would, I'd be married by now at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amy?
0 right now.
Okay. Aspen?
Yeah, 0. I don't like it when guys hit on me at work.
But the point is, they're doing it. You guys are all lovely women. But occasionally, that dude shows up,
One in a million.
right? That one dude, and you're like, okay, who's this motherfucker out here? Yeah? Yes or no?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So meaning 99% of the time, fuck this guy, I'm the shit, forget that guy, whatever. And then one dude shows up and you're like, okay, what's up? And he's not always the best looking guy. And he's not always the richest guy, but he's got it.
The vibe.
Yes or no?
The vibe.
He got the Riz.
It's like the energy.
Or the Miz.
Yeah.
He's got that. So what is it that makes you want to be like, you know what? Yeah, the money's great. Yeah, the leadership is great. Yeah, he's good looking. Yeah. But something about this dude just works for me, and I'll follow his lead. Yeah. What do you think it is, Jane?
I mean, for me personally, I think it's a man's relationship with God, number one, because I would not be able to give my trust to a man who only solely relies on his ability to like lead himself, because if you think you can do it all, you're going to get nowhere very fast. So it's like a man who puts his trust in God and for you as a woman to lead that is super important. So that's what I look for first. And that's already very hard to kind of find because they're taking God out of the school systems. They're taking God out of social media. They're taking God out of a lot of things. And this is why we live in a society that we do live in today. So that's the first thing I look for, which is very hard to find, but I know that it will happen one day. But that's what I look for, a man who fears God so that I can, you know, submit to that kind of man. And I am a traditional woman too, so I know that's kind of like dying out. But yeah, I look for a man that has his head on right through God, and then that would naturally allow me to submit.
But Amy, break down what you think a leader is for, because here's what I'll say about Amy. Smart, attractive, cool, dope, she's got it. But you've had some challenges in your personal life, let's just put it lightly.
Thanks, Adam.
No problem. We've all had challenges. But what is it when you're like, all right, this person right here, I can get behind his leadership?
Well, I haven't been with a man like that yet, so
Ooh.
I'm yet to discover, but I could give you kind of like an observational response. Going back to the money thing, I think that money is more of a marker for competence, right? So it can be a measure of how competent somebody is, and you don't need to make a great amount of income to be highly competent. You could have great financial literacy. PBD recently made that post, right, saying that he knows people who make $90,000 per year who are more set up and financially literate than people who make $500K.
Yep.
So I think it's the ability to be able to be responsible, the ability to be able to have difficult conversations, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you don't want to have them. I'd say that ranks up there extremely highly. But yeah, your competence, responsibility, I'd say those are probably the two biggest factors.
Aspen, final word to you, and then I got to get Mizzle on this thing.
So to me, I think a leader is someone that has a plan. They're someone that has all the answers to all the questions I have. And for a really good relationship to work, I think you need to agree on three things. And one, definitely religion. Two, money. And three, how you're going to raise your household. Because now that we're getting married, like, we're going to have kids. There's going to be difficult challenges along the way. And we need to agree on everything right now. So that way, you know, the rest of our life, like, I know exactly what's going on in his head. He knows what's going on in mine. Anything he says goes. So
anything he says goes. Damn.
I trust him.
What did he have to do for you to get that mindset? Because I know a lot of girls out there, they'll say, I'm not listening to everything you say. Like, so is it just lip service? Or when you say anything you say goes,
I mean it.
Break down that. Why are you so confident in your
Because
decision
he's my
with
safe
that?
space. Like, that's the person I would trust with my life.
what
I
is
know at the end of the
everything?
day, he would take a bullet for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel
Damn.
safe with
That's
him.
what, see, like that kind of answer is, it has to be the right kind of man.
Yeah.
Like, if you're
Yeah.
questioning anything, any decision that your man is saying, like, it's maybe not the right person for you, or he's just, like, not really a man in, like, my eyes. Like, you know, I've dated men in the past that's like, okay, they checked, like, some boxes, you know what I mean? But, like, a lot of times I was like, wow, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You know? And
To who? Who do you say that to?
some people. Okay.
Okay. I don't need names. You're saying,
I thought that
guys
in my
in the
head
past.
about like ex,
Okay.
like, you know, exes. And there was just like things that I was like very quick to like argue with what they wanted because I didn't trust their judgment and I didn't trust their decisions. And I feel like if as a woman you can 100% be in your like soft feminine energy, because like that's what we crave as women, right?
Yeah.
Like nothing feels better than being able to just like exist and let them like make decisions, and you don't have to like question it for a second, and it's just like, okay, like that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel like a
But
friend.
it's so weird. Like I feel like as she would explain this to me, like for a while I was like, you're so full of crap, because I'd never experienced any of this before. And then like I met this person that I've been spending a lot of time with, like we are, I guess, dating. I would call him my boyfriend. And I feel that way, and I felt that way like right off the rip. And like our energy was just like so great right away, and I trust literally everything he says, and it's the best feeling I've ever felt in my entire life, and I've never felt that with any man ever. Like not my father, not like nobody. I've never felt that way, and it's genuinely like the best feeling ever to just feel like you can exist and be happy. And I feel like a lot of women won't get it, won't understand it until they experience it, because like I didn't understand it and think it was real until I started to experience it
okay,
myself.
number one, clap it up for our friend Sarah here. That's great. Congratulations. Couldn't happen to a better girl. I want to know what that feeling is, because I think every guy understands, like, that you can be selfish or you can be selfless. I think most guys in their 20s and even 30s, you have my full-on permission Be selfish as fuck. Make all your money, care about yourself, bang as many girls as you want. Selfish, 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 selfish. But at some point, that selfishness needs to turn into selflessness. Having one girl, having a family, being there for your family, focused on your career. Like, I think that's totally cool. And I think a guy can extend that selfishness well into his 40s. Believe me, I've been there, I've done that. And I see guys doing it into their 50s and 60s in South Beach. And I think it's a little obnoxious, but that's on them. But I think 40 is like a great cutoff point. Like, all right, cool. Girls, that cutoff point's got to be 30. No? No?
It depends on the.
No?
It depends. No.
Yeah.
35 at the latest?
I wouldn't want to be, I guess, and this is personal preference, but like, I'm almost 20, I'll be 27 in July, and like, when I was younger, I was like, I don't want to get married, I don't care to get married, I don't care to have kids, and then like, the older I got, I'm like, oh, like, I'm watching my like friends from childhood, my sister have kids,
Of course,
get
by
married.
30,
I'm
it's going to happen. No, but here's
I
my
wanna
question to you. I'm just
marry.
saying there's selfishness, but for you to get to that point where you're like, whatever that is, guys, I don't know if we ever have that feeling. Yeah. Like, we're never like, I'm just taken care of now and I don't have to work anymore and life's great. Like, we don't ever have that. Like, we might have like the, chill feeling, but we never have like the, because when girls have that feeling, they feel protected and provided, and their man's present, they got you got their back, buckle up, I got you. Guys don't do that. Like, girls don't do that for guys. So what is it about your man that he's even did to get you to that point? Is it love? Is it affection? Is it money? Is it leadership? Is it religion? Is it morals? Is it values? Is it a combination of everything? What makes a girl go,
From like day one, he treats me like a princess, like a pretty princess. That's how I explain it. I just feel like a pretty princess all the time. I don't know, like
But without being a simp, or is he simpy?
No, not simpy at all. Just like, would chivalrous be the word? Like, he doesn't let me touch a door, super
Chivalry.
polite,
Yeah.
like always like kissing my head, making sure I'm good. And like, believe me, like I like do things for him if friends come over, whatever. Like, I'm always like making them drinks. Do they need anything? Do they want anything? Blah, 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 blah. But he's always like, if I'm in the morning, like I always forget to eat during the day, okay? So like now every morning he like brings me a protein smoothie in bed just to make sure, like, so I start my day with protein. Like cute little things like that. And
He's
like just
bringing
like
you protein in the middle of the night. What a man. What a gentleman.
spoils me. Also the way I saw him treat his mother was like a really big indicator to me, because I feel like the way you treat your mom is the way you'll like treat your
Does he
partner.
make you pay for anything?
No, never.
Nothing.
No.
Do you think he's got money?
I know he has money.
You know he has money.
Yep.
Okay. Well, good for you. When's the wedding? Princess. So, all right. Congratulations. Mizzle, I bring you here because you know women. You're around women. You see what's going on. Everyone here basically said, yes, the guy should be the leader. You're out in the clubs. You're out in the streets. You know all these people. What do you see out there when it comes to men, women, leadership, dating? What do you think women are looking for? What do you think men are looking for? You know, people talk about this hookup culture. People talk about these like 3-month situationships. You know, people are out there looking for love. They're finding love in the club, like Usher. Who knows what's going to happen out here? Not a singer, guys. Bear with me here. What's your take on what's going on in society today, especially in cities like Miami, New York, LA, where things are plentiful, to say the least?
I got a lot to say. I mean,
I know.
Well, for one, it sounds like every girl, obviously, money is a huge factor, right? What they all said. But I think that girls are just confused. They want a guy that already has money, right? And you have to remember, all these guys that they want at one point in time didn't have money. PBD at one point in time didn't have money, right? These athletes that these girls want to get with, at one point in time, they didn't have money. Elon Musk didn't have money at one point in time, right? So, and then they want a guy to just walk into their life that already has it all and give it all to them, right? And a lot of the times a guy who has that is there like, well, what are you bringing to the table? Right? And all they're basically saying is my looks. And they're saying, okay, well, that's going to run out at some point in time, right? So it takes a little bit more. I think a guy that has money, what he's looking for is a girl that's going to be bringing a little bit more to the table, allowing him. So yeah, when the initial question was who should lead? It should be the guy, because if he's being looked at to be the provider, being the guy that's going to be building the family, providing, giving you that relief of, okay, well, some of the ways that he's got to do, things he's got to do and how he's got to get there, you might not agree with. Maybe he doesn't want to do them, but he's got to go do it because he's trying to do this for himself, for you, for the family, for the future. So you got to give him that ability to be able to go do that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the guy needs to be the guy that's in charge, leading the way, because if the guy's not looking for the girl to go do that for him, you know what I'm saying? He's not expecting her to go and do these things. So she's got to give him his ability to go do that, the freedom to go do that. And I think a lot of girls, like I said, what I see wrong being out in the Miami scene is all these girls want this stuff, but they're not giving these guys a chance. You know what I mean? Like you could, I tell my friends all the time, I tell these girls, I say like, yo, that guy right there could be that guy, that next guy. He could be the guy that goes and is the next Elon Musk, right? Especially with your help. If you're a strong woman and you believe in yourself and you're independent like you claim on IG and all this stuff, okay, cool. They go and be all you can be, but supporting him, right? Support him to get to that point, right? He's not asking you to pay any, if he's asking you to pay bills and stuff like that, that's a different story, right? You can't carry the guy, especially when you're having a hard time covering yourself, right? So he's got to be able to have that balance too and be able to just hold his own and go through that shit. But you got to be there to kind of back him up, let him be the man that he needs to be able to provide.
So what would you say, give the ladies for the advice to get men like that? Give them the top 3 to 5 things that a man like that, what would they have to bring to the table aside from their looks? Because their looks run out. So what would be things that men like that would want to be brought to the table? What is that?
I would say that, let's say 3 things.
3 things.
Okay. I would say, for one, a guy he doesn't want to have to be worrying about what his girl's doing. He doesn't want to have to worry about, for one, that she's making a fool of him, running around with his enemies out there, right? So you have to instill that sureness in him, right? And you have to make him feel desired. And like if you're his life partner, right? Like if you've got his back no matter what's going on, right? So you can't make him feel like if he's doing all this stuff for no reason. You know what I mean? And make him feel like if he's like, what am I doing all this for?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm working my ass off, busting my butt to make her happy, and she's not happy, right? So you got to if you're unhappy, try to at least be his happiness, right? So I would say that, and then you got to maintain yourself and be your own independent woman. You know what I mean? Your life can't revolve around him. He can't be taking care of all these battles and handling all this stuff, and then he's like, it's such a big burden where it's like, man, I got to. Her whole life revolves around me, making her life happy and our date nights and like, I understand that. I appreciate the fact that it's you enjoy being treated like a princess, but man, so if a guy's doing that for you and that's amazing, right? So you should cherish that because it's already as hard for him to go and be doing all this stuff, trying to get where he's going. So unless he's already got money and then he's got time, he's got nothing but time to just go and, provide for you and just, like cater to you. But if you see a guy that doesn't have it all there, what his goals and his aspirations are, and he's not there yet, and he's doing those things for you, it's a special guy. You know what I mean? You got to really hold on to him and like give him chances. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna mess up. He's a human being. He's trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? He's never done this before. It's not like
Right.
He's done this multiple times. Going from becoming a teenager to an adult, a grown man, is now going to have a family. You know what I'm saying? Like people forget. Just a few years ago, 10 years ago, this dude was a kid.
Right. And
now,
how long
you know what I
do
mean? And a lot of women are already expecting this dude to be.
So how long do you think the women
man.
should stick around for a guy like that as he's working his way up? Is it 6
it's
months, a year, 2 years, 5 years?
I would say it's got to be reasonable. You know what I mean? I would say it's got to be a good balance. You got to gauge, is this dude making shit happen? You know what I'm saying? Is he, you know what I mean? And sure, it's going to be hard, especially if a guy's goals and aspirations are big. It might take a little bit longer,
Right.
You know what I mean, than you'd like to stick it out with. But I guarantee, you know what I mean? You're going to be real happy if that dude does make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to be real happy.
What I would say is this.
Because that dude, he's going to appreciate that so much, man. This girl was with me. I have friends that's like, man, their girls were with them when they were at the bottom. You know what I mean? I have a best friend of mine.
Yeah.
He used to, him and his girl got evicted. They were living in a boxing gym. He used to give his girl rides to work on a bicycle, you know what I'm saying? And then he would pick her up from work on the bike and tow her back, right? And they would do the same thing for each other. And now it's like, man, they've got an unbreakable bond. You know what I mean? That it's like, no matter how miserable she can make him, like he will never, like betray her because it's like men are very loyal creatures. You know what I mean? You show us loyalty, we're gonna be super loyal to you.
No
so
doubt.
it all depends on what you're looking for. You know what I mean?
What's crazy is, so I love this because this is a great example of, there was a I think like maybe like 3 episodes back I was on. It was right when I came back from my trip at the end of the summer.
We did the financial intervention.
No. We had this girl sitting on here, the $100,000 body girl that was talking about.
Oh, that was way longer ago. Yeah,
that was like August. Okay,
Yeah,
she's talking about how she wants like, she's got all this
invested
money.
150 grand in her body.
Yeah, blah blah. So it didn't look that good
as if that was a flex. But go ahead.
It was $150,000.
Actually, I saw that episode. Yeah, I saw that.
But that's my mean girl comment. But I remember her sitting here saying like, oh, like she's looking for the like Grant and Elena Cardones of the world, the blah, 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 like that kind of bond. And like what he's explaining is like the girl that will write it out. And I don't know why I didn't comment on her saying this that day. I didn't even think about it because I was just not listening, to be honest. But she said she like wanted to meet a like multi-millionaire guy, like a billionaire, because she's made all this money and made a name for herself in this space. But like, men don't want that if you're already established. You know what I mean? Like, you're very masculine at that point. But the women that'll like, you see ambition in a guy and they'll write it out, like that is Grant and Elena Cardone. Like when they met, like Grant Cardone had nothing. And I read Elena's book, and she like tells this story in it and how she like literally was just ignoring Grant, like, and kept like dodging him basically. And finally, like, she gave him a chance, and they ended up like having this amazing bond, and they went through like hell and back to build this like empire at Cardone Enterprises that they've built. But it's like those, like, she saw his vision and was like, I trust you and I'm going to support you. And like, now look at her life. You know what I mean? Like, and now look at what they have and what they have together. So those are the kind of like, I 100% agree with this. And like, if like, okay, I got lucky that all my boxes got checked with this person, but like he's still building a lot and like launching another company and building a lot more. Like, he's young, he's only 29. Like, he's not done building anything that he wants to build yet, you know? And the women that will like sit back and like see your vision and trust you and like build that with you, I think are very special, especially if it's women that when you're at the bottom and will listen to your vision and help you build it. And those women, I think, deserve the absolute world.
So great, you found that dude. So what he's saying is cherish that dude, but also bring more to the table. I thought you crushed that answer. Round of applause for Meza real quick. I think he's great. Here's what I will say. I hear this all the time, that women are attracted to ambition. I get it, but ambition has an expiration date. Ain't no 55-year-old dude that's ambition. One of these days, baby. No, sorry. So you ask, how do you know how long you stick around? Well, I would say that there's KPIs, key performance indicators. By your 25, have you done this? By 30, have you done this? By 40, have you done this? Now, if they hit at age 40 what they should have hit at age 25, that's a KPI. All right, maybe this dude ain't that dude, because ambition has an expiration date. Couple other things. Totally agree that when you're young, you find a girl, she's ride with you, that's your ride or die, your bottom bitch, all that fun stuff. But a lot of girls will just, what does they say, wait at the finish line and fuck the winners. They're like, that guy won the marathon, I'll go him, rather than try to place bets on this guy who may or may not make it one of these days. I'll never forget, like, we asked, like, what are you bringing to the table? I remember I met a girl, she's like, we interviewed her at Model Volleyball. She goes, babe, I am the table. I'm the dinner, I'm the dessert. I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, well, look at me. It's like, hey, you're not even that hot to say that. So like, how delusional are you? Okay, so for like a 10 to say that, all right, maybe I'll, pour some gravy on you on the table, whatever, for dinner. But, if you're a 7.5, don't be, I am the table, you delusional thing. Anyway, it was a personal issue.
Mean Girls episode, it's okay.
Mean Girls episode, I'm being mean. I love women, but you have to hold them accountable. Last point. So there's this Instagram thing I see. And I get this all the time, especially with girls girls I've had in the past. And they're driving in what looks to be like a really high-end car, right? And I think he's driving, they're at a red light, and he's like at the red light, he's on his phone, he's doing this, he's doing her thing, and she sits there, she's like all upset that he's not paying attention. And she's like, why don't you pay attention to me? And he just does like this. And all of a sudden they're in a new car. They're like a beat up Toyota Camry, the AC's not working, she's sweating, they're stuck in traffic, and she's like, what happened to all the good stuff? He's like, can I get my fucking phone back now? Okay? Basically signifying most of the time that a dude is doing this or doing this, they're trying to make some money. They're trying to make their mark in this world. They're trying to make some shit happen. They're not out there liking thirst traps like Martha Stewart on the internet, okay? We know that. So girls have to understand, what dude am I with? Dude who's never on his phone, paying you full attention, he's prioritizing pussy over purpose. What you want, and we've heard of a million different times, is the guy that is prioritizing his purpose over the pussy. I'm sorry. The most fights that I get in with girls that I'm seeing is, you're never available. You're always so busy. You're working so hard. Like, what's going on? It's like, yeah.
It's like an attractive thing to me. Yeah. When men are like available and texting all the time, I'm like, fuck is wrong with you? Like, are you okay?
So what you can bring to that table for that dude, so let's just be clear. There's a lot of dudes that you will not settle for, that would simp for you and just give you all the time of the date. We get it. Those aren't the dudes you want, correct? Correct. You want that dude. So if that guy's already doing well, let's just say he's what I call a trifecta of a man. He's got his money right, he's looking all right, and he's actually genuinely a good person. Personality, character, morals, principles, values. Let's say he's 90% of the way there. All he needs is 10% more to be fulfilled. So what is that 10% that you're bringing to the table other than looks? Because that dude can get any pretty girl he wants. Facts. Okay? I want to be two things when I grow up. I either want to be like the dopest dude or a hot chick. Anything else other than that, you're just an average, that's it. So as you girls as hot chicks, straight up, you need to realize that dude has options. So how are you helping his cup overflow? If he's already 90% there or 99% there, what are you doing? And I can assure you, it is not giving him headaches, giving him heartaches, questioning everything he's doing. You know, why are you doing this? It's like, I ain't got no time for that. That guy has options. So you found a dude that kind of fits this category. The last thing that I would be doing, especially if you have trust built, is, where are you at? What are you doing? Who are you talking to? It's like, build that trust. I get it. But then don't give him headaches. Like, it's just.
Right. Can I say something?
Yeah, go.
I agree. I feel like women can convince a guy to move a mountain. Like, literally you know what I mean? Like, you heard the old saying, like, you know, it takes, behind every great man, there's a great woman, right? Yeah. And, like, women can literally cause a dude to go and turn in. You could get this dude to do anything you want, right? And elevate to new levels that you never even imagined, right? If you push him and you just give him the right tools. I feel like just a lot of girls are just missing the tools, like ideas of things that they could do to kind of just, to help their situation and help him and make their relationships better. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's just because they don't know what to do. And a lot of times they just feel like their insecurities are like, no, I need to remain engaged with this guy and constantly, keep in touch with him. And you know what I mean? Sometimes it works against them. So I just feel like I think women need to learn a lot of the tools that they can apply in a relationship.
Women don't really know what make men happy,
and they take advice from women, and women give terrible advice to each other.
They do. Listen, that's what we're gonna wrap up.
Absolutely terrible.
This is the whole purpose. Great point. If a girl wants to know what a guy wants, don't ask your girlfriends.
No.
Ask the dudes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we'll wrap that up there. You'll let me know if there's anything we need to do. At this point, take a deep breath. Everyone's doing great in the Mean Girls thing. We've got about half hour left. We'll do a couple more topics, and then everyone can take their bathroom breaks, and we'll figure out who, Malik, gave some of the best answers. You're doing a poll out there, or you can do something like that?
Yeah, we got
See
some
what's going on in the comment section. But before we do anything, we're going to talk a little money. Let's talk some money. All we talk is money. All we talk is money. This is an intersection type story where it encompasses money and dating and who pays. So
Who pays?
This clip that we're going to play right here, you have that up, that TikTok, is at the moment a guy realizes that he's been paying for his girl and she's got way more money than him. Malik, let me know when you're ready. So the interview went off the rails and he just basically said, nah, I don't like how this goes here. So let's play the video.
How much money is in your guys' bank account?
I got like 1,200.
Like 70K? Yeah.
70K? What you mean 70K?
What do you mean? My dad gave it to me.
You made me pay for all this shit, and you got 70K. In
You're
your
my
bank account.
boyfriend. Why wouldn't you pay for my things?
Well, I mean, if you got 70K, I mean, you should be paying for this
Yeah, but
shit.
usually the guy's supposed to pay for the things.
This is a serious problem. Like, I'm not even kidding. I paid for
What are
dinner.
you getting mad at me for?
That was $400.
You're supposed to pay for my shit.
You got 70K.
You're my boyfriend. You're supposed to pay for my
kidding
shit.
me? Yo, dude, this is actually.
It's not my fault you're broke. How is that my fault?
We're done then.
What do you mean we're
done?
done?
Then. We're done then.
If you're gonna fucking scream at me, then leave.
Okay. Anyway, guys, next time let's use the audio that we have so people can actually hear. But I think what she said was, it's not my fault you're broke. And she had 70K and he had like $1,200, but he's paying for everything, right? So thumbs up. Let's use it right now. Here we go. Who should be paying in that relationship?
In that one?
In that relationship.
In that relationship.
Here we go. Those guys were on average probably 22 years old. They were young. They were young. Looked like they were in college. She's got 70K in the bank. He's got $1,200. They didn't know that. But she knows that he ain't got no money. She knows that. He don't know what she's got. Thumbs up. Green, the guy should pay. Red, the girl can pay if she's got more money. I don't want to complicate this. The guy should always pay or depends on the scenario. Hold them up. Green, the guy. Red, depends on the scenario.
Really going against my normal here.
We've got, depends on the scenario. Depends on the scenario. Guy, you hear that, Neil? Guy, depends on the scenario. Depends on the scenario. Guy. Okay. I firmly believe for a relationship to actually be balanced, the dude's got to be the guy paying the bill. Okay, nothing makes me feel more emasculated than when a girl, she's like, I got this. I was like, well, you got shit. By the way, they never offer. But just in case that ever comes up. So hold them up just so we're clear. Okay, so Amy and Aspen saying that, no, it depends. Same with you girls. Okay. Yet you have a rich guy that's taking care of you. So Sarah, I don't know what your answer is at this
I'm going against.
Yes, you're going against the grain here. You got a rich guy that pays for everything.
Too.
So explain this.
Okay.
And Mike says that the guy should pay.
Now,
go ahead.
That's why I clarified that scenario, and you said that scenario.
Fair enough. Break it
down. They're
down.
like 19 years old. Okay. At 19 years old, neither one of you has shit. So you're probably going to Chipotle and Applebee's and whatever. You can rotate back and forth. I feel like that's fair.
Maybe even Cheesecake Factory if they're lucky.
Maybe. I didn't have a Cheesecake Factory where I grew up. We weren't that fancy. We had Olive Garden. So like when I was young, I mean like the boyfriend I had like right out of high school and stuff or whatever, we would like rotate little stuff. Predominantly, he always did cover, but sometimes I would get to like at Chipotle or something or a round of beers, whatever it was. If she has 70K that like her dad gave her, you know what I mean? Like she's okay to like grab Chipotle for him here and there, whatever he bought her for like $400. Like that's kind of like an expensive gift, especially when you're that young and you have no money. So in that scenario, I feel like when you're that young, it's not really like.
Okay, now pretend they were older.
If they were older, he should pay.
Yeah.
So at what age does it become unacceptable for the guy not to pay?
You have that ability to work, to be honest.
So when they're just
Probably-
out of college?
Maybe once you're out of college or you have like a normal job or
Okay.
you start a business. I know a lot of people.
So
like, aren't going to
21,
school
it's okay to
anymore.
be broke. 22, you graduate from college.
No.
Sorry, buddy, start paying.
No, it should be when you're in a serious relationship.
I think it
When
should
you wanna
be-
take it seriously.
So how should it work, Aspen?
I mean,
when
wanna
you're ready
create
for a
good
serious
habits.
relationship.
So when you're ready for a serious relationship, you got to buck up and pay.
Yeah.
I think if one party makes like triple, quadruple, 6 times the income, it makes financial sense for that person to pay. Now, is that an indicator that relationship's going to last?
Right.
Probably
Yeah.
not. Is their relationship going to last? Probably not. But does it make the most financial sense for her at that young age to be able to pay for shit?
Right.
Yes. I don't think that's necessarily
Yeah.
a marker of their relationship sustaining.
Okay, then here's what I want to
Yeah, but
ask.
then you're
Here's what I
gonna-
want to ask the ladies. Rack your brains. Remember the last time you paid for something, went with a guy, and it was completely a turnoff. Think about it.
Oh, I remember.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Me?
You paid for something, and you're like, yeah, I ain't fucking with this
Let me
dude
tell you a
anymore.
story.
Go ahead.
When I first moved to Miami, I was seeing this guy. Complete first of all, he was hot. He was tall. Like, I thought, like, woo. Did not have $1, but at this time I couldn't like point out that like you're pretending, okay?
You didn't have your radar on yet.
Well, like you start to learn how Miami. You start to learn how Miami
Yeah.
people are. Okay,
Sunny
you
place,
know
shady
there's a lot
people,
of
I know it.
fake, yeah. So he would always, even if we would go to Chipotle, okay, he would like stand at the register and like wait a second. I would just be like texting on my phone. And he would like hesitate and like wait. And the one time he was looking at me and he was like, "You could pay for something for once." And I was like, "It's a fucking $6 Chipotle bowl." So I was like, I looked at the lady and I was like, "Separate, please." And I paid for mine. I'm not gonna, you want me to pay for my own? Sure, but I'm not gonna pay for yours. Like, what is wrong with you? You're 38 years old and you're gonna have a 24-year-old girl pay for your Chipotle bowl.
Here's my question, because I've dealt with scenarios where I wanted to make a point. Did you say thank you every time he bought something?
Always.
Where did this come from?
Because he's A, cheap, B, a narcissist,
Oh, so
and
he's a cheap
C,
narcissist.
there was a time, a couple days before that event, I bought him a pub sub. Because we were going to the beach and we were leaving the gym and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go inside and get a sandwich. You want a sandwich?" And he said no. Then he texted me and said, "You want a sandwich?" So I got him because he said he wasn't hungry and then he changed his mind. I just got him like the 6-inch sub instead of the 12-inch pub sub. So I get out.
And we all know that you wanted that 12-inch. So.
I didn't want the 12-inch.
Okay,
He wanted the 12-inch. So I get out to the car and he was like, he looked at me with disgust and was like, "Do I look like someone that would only eat a half a sandwich? Next time, get me the whole sandwich." And I was like, first of all, I had just moved here. I didn't have $2. I had no money, no job, no nothing. I literally had nothing in my savings. I spent everything to get my apartment. Like, I had nothing. And I'm like, "Bro, I just bought you a fucking $10 sandwich." And like, I was like, well, the least you could say was thank you. And this, he threw the sandwich at me. Threw the sandwich at me.
I'm just picturing you like bologna on one side, some roast beef on top of your head.
Threw the sandwich
Sounds
at
like
me.
he's a dirtbag. So
Yeah, that's the
Process that
last
better.
time I paid for something for a man. I can't believe I even
Gotcha.
went with him a few days
Who
later.
wants to go next?
Chipotle.
Who wants to go next? Who wants to go next? What's that?
On this?
Yeah, no, last time you paid for a guy and you're like, I'm never seeing this guy again. Alondra?
Oh, you know what? This was with an ex. So we went to a sushi bar. But, like, I don't mind paying. It's not a problem. But it's like he invited his friends and everything. And I was like, wait, what? And then he was like, "I left my card." I was like, oh, bet. You left your card. I left him stranded there. And then I never talked to him again.
So he tried to stick you for the bill for him
Yeah,
and his boys.
Yeah, and I left him. I'm like, "I'll be right back."
Well, now you know how it feels when we pay for the bottles at the club. You show up with all your friends. They're all
yeah, I
drinking
guess I
from the
was a part of
bottle.
it, yeah.
The bill comes. The girl scatters.
I
You
was
know what
like,
I'm talking
"What's
about, bro. We've
going
all
on
been
here?"
there.
Yeah.
How many of you girls have ever paid for bottles in a club?
Never.
Yeah.
One time.
Really? Oh, your cousin.
And you never talked to him again?
Her
You got a
cousin.
story about when the last time you, a guy made you pay for something and you never talked to him again?
Oh, no.
Do we have to mention that one?
Just one. Just one.
Yeah, we're all telling
I guess
stories
the
here.
last one, the last guy I was with,
The baby daddy?
no.
Before the baby daddy, pre-baby
No,
daddy?
after the baby daddy. I had
gotcha.
I had a little boyfriend
Get
and
closer to the mic.
Elijah knows. It was like ridiculous. He would complain about everything. Like everything was such a complaint. Like we went to Ale House. I think the most he spent at Ale House eating and taking shots is probably like $100. You know what I mean? And he would complain before we got there, and then he would complain after we
That's
would
like the
leave.
guy I talked about.
And then like
A
then
nagger.
you would see him like the next week buying Amiri pants. I don't know if you guys know how much they are. They're like $700, $800. And it's like, what? So you're
This is a
complaining?
dude who just does not have his priorities right.
Yeah, and then there was one time I'll never forget. I went to pick up my friend somewhere, and I really wanted to go to this sushi spot that he had been talking about. And we ate there before, but that first time we ate there, he had said like, "Oh, I couldn't pay right now, but the next time we go, like, I'll pay." So he usually paid for me, depending, but he would always complain. So I was like, whatever. So I paid it, and then we went to go pick up a friend the next day. And he says in front of the friend, "Oh, we're gonna go to SoCai. We're gonna eat. Oh my God, it's gonna be fire. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh shit, we're gonna go." And then we dropped off the friend. And he dead ass looked at me and was like, you know we're not going to SoCal, right? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I don't got money for that. I'm not paying for that. I was like, bro, first of all, you look mad embarrassing in front of my friend. Because it was funny because that friend actually had my location. So she actually thought I went to SoCal, but she saw me at home. She was like, girl, what happened? I was like, bro, this guy's a bum. He didn't want to take me. And it was like crazy. And ever since that day, I was like,
ever since TLC came out with that song No Scrubs,
I was like,
the scrubs have been exposed, unfortunately.
I just think if a dude's broke, you shouldn't be thinking about dating anybody.
Yeah, that's
get
what
your
I'm
money
saying.
up, like get your money up, and that's it. But
Well,
if you're
especially
broke,
when you're pushing 40, like, come on.
Like I said, KPIs depends on your age. When I was 22, broke is a joke. 25, I was literally a comedian telling jokes, broke. By 35, I was a millionaire. But something major had to go off in my mind to change everything that I was doing. And that's how it works. But anyway.
What age were you when that light switch went off in your head? I'm curious.
26, 25, 26.
Do we have lost files?
I said I got to get out of South Beach.
Comedian?
I got to, they're lost. They're all out there.
Oh, they're there.
I had to get out of South Beach. I had to make a drastic change in my life. I got to stop waking up at noon every day. I need to start waking up super early, start hustling, doing my thing. I'll tell one funny story about Vegas when a girl asked me to pay. I'll tell that at the end. When's the last time that you just saw a guy who wouldn't pay for something and you're like, I ain't doing this thing? Never. Jay Marie don't play, bro.
She rolls with a good
That's
crowd.
Mizzle coaching.
yeah, I don't. Thank God I have him, because I tell him stuff. I'm like, what is going on? Like we roast.
Have a
guys.
guy coach you up. Amy, Aspen, any scenarios where Nat?
Yeah.
Anything? Okay.
scenarios.
Well, I think that what I do know about, for our gentlemen friends out there, what I do know about these women, they all have stories. Whether they're gonna vocalize them or keep them right down there in that little pocket, they remember when you say things like, "Yeah, you're not gonna buy a sandwich for me,"
Absolutely.
or "Yeah, I'm gonna take you here," and you don't go. You remember everything.
Remember everything.
Never vent about money to your girl.
At all.
She don't care, bro.
You're gone.
You know how they say that 80% of the people don't care about your problems? 20% of people are glad you have them? Your girl don't want to hear that you don't have money.
That's true.
Yeah.
They do not want to hear why they can't get the extra appetizer at Applebee's. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear why, hey, you want to order this, but you think they should. They don't want to. They're remembering everything. Okay? But you know what? Guys also remember everything, ladies.
Oh, that's true.
We also have things going on. We also know when we feel underappreciated. We also know when I'm doing everything for this girl and now she wants to get an attitude with me. I'm not down for that. I'll tell you a story. I'm not going to name names. There was a girl I was dating, took her to Vegas. This is a girl where, when I say that I was funding her lifestyle, that would be an understatement. Clothes, living arrangements, everything, all good. Flights, Vegas, hotel, bingo, bango, the whole deal. And, we like to have a good time. We like to go, party a little bit. We go to a club at Vegas. Now, we have a table with bottles, but she didn't like the bottles that we had. So she wanted to go to the bar. I said, all right, we'll go to the bar. And she orders a round of drinks. I said, what just me and you? She's like, I want to get 3 shots because I want to get fucked up tonight and I want to get 2 drinks so I have them at the table. So I said, you want 5 drinks? She goes, yeah. I'm like, that's a little aggressive. We have a table. Like, relax. Well, if you don't want to buy me these 5 drinks, I'll buy them. I said, go right ahead. And she looked at me like I wasn't going to call her bluff.
Ooh, did
Whatever. The bill came. They gave it to me.
Yeah.
And I said, no.
They're like, something's
Her.
going on.
She's like, you're really going to make me pay. You're really going to make me pay. I said, absolutely, baby. And there was a, what do you call it? Like a Russian standoff? You're just like, who's paying? The bartender's like, dude, I'm trying to make drinks here. Who's paying? I go, she's paying for these 5 drinks.
How did she pay it, though?
My God.
She ended up almost like crying.
Wow, you got her.
And I was like, I said something like, just remember who's doing everything for you before you start disrespecting people that are funding your lifestyle. What's my point? This girl's actually a great girl. She's not a bad person. But no matter how hot this girl is, no matter how great she is, every dude that is funding his girl's lifestyle, you need to G-check them every once in a while. Because they're going to say some shit or they're going to do some shit that you need to hold them accountable. So if it means them maybe shedding a tear in a Vegas nightclub, it is what it is. Because here's what happened. Her attitude got checked. And she never complained again. So I'm just saying, great girl. I'm not like throwing anybody under the bus. But she knows what she did was wrong. And I knew what I was doing when I made her cry a little bit in the club.
Wow.
But she's said thank you for everything ever since. But sometimes, what's it called when you when you're not grateful?
Yeah. Dad vibes.
You don't say thank you. That's why I asked when the Chipotle thing, and he's like, you pay for the Chipotle. That's what triggered this. I go, did you say thank you and appreciate everything? So that's on him. He's probably just a hothead. But there's been girls that I've taken out that don't say thank you after an expensive dinner or a date. They're just like, all right, where do you want to go next? I was like, all right. I'm like, you owe me two things, bitch. A thank and a you. And if I don't get both of those, I'm going to have to refund this relationship. Go ahead, Jane.
So when you're talking about you're talking about funding the relationship, the lifestyle, all of that. Was she nurturing at least? Like, was she, when you needed something, was she like catering to your needs? Like, oh, you're waking up. Oh, I already ironed this for you. I see that you're like, like running late. Was she like that type of nurturer? Or was
this
she not?
Specific girl or girls that I've funded?
I'm talking about the one that you were funding.
She knows what she needs to do to improve. I've been very clear with.
But was she nurturing? That's what I'm asking.
Depends on the day.
Okay.
Why do you bring this up?
So I bring it up because there's a lot of guys who are always willing to, not always, but there's some men who have money and they're willing to, give you everything, give you a home, a lifestyle, all this stuff, right? But a lot of times because these guys are like that, they're so, the women that they attract are emotionally unavailable because they know you're living this lifestyle and you're, working to make money and all that. You barely have time. So a woman, for them, time is important, especially a quality woman. Time for them is like, oh my God, they love that. So someone who's always making money, a guy, usually doesn't have this time that can fund your life, that can fund all these things. So sometimes they attract emotionally unavailable women because they stand there because they know, I'm just gonna, he's gonna fund my life, he's gonna give me this, he's gonna give me a purse, he's gonna whatever. But he's not there to give you exactly what you need because he's so busy, going after what he needs to. So that's why I was asking, because I don't know if maybe you were like attracting emotionally unavailable women who aren't able to give to your needs.
No, like how Mike's prerequisite was loyalty, bringing something to the table. If you are not feminine and nurturing, dude, I'll just go hang out with my buddies.
Yeah.
Like the whole reason that I want to hang out with these types of girls is they're not dudes. They're the exact opposite of how dudes are. I don't need my homies rubbing me. How you do? Like every girl that I'm with, I'm like, let me see your nails. I don't care what color it is. I don't care what paint you're using. I don't give a shit. Just be scratching something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think guys give a shit about your nail color, your nail polish? They want you to have nails so you can scratch them and rub them and do the feminine things that feminine women do.
Guys are babies.
I don't care if it's blue, pink, yellow. Pick your fucking coat. Just start scratching, woman.
That's funny. There was.
I don't know. That's me, guys.
You like the demon nails, the pointy ones?
Not sometimes they get a little too sharp, Mike. You know about that?
Yeah, a little ratchet.
And sometimes, no, I'm not. I don't need. You ever see these girls where they're fingered like
they're claws?
Yeah, I don't need the claws. Just need some nice nails for some scratches.
There's
That's
this
it.
really cute meme on social media that I got it sent to me yesterday, and it was like, boyfriends off social media, or how boyfriends want to be treated off social media or something like that. And it's like a meme of like SpongeBob and Squidward, and it's like SpongeBob and Squidward like in a bed, and Squidward's like crying on SpongeBob's shoulder, and SpongeBob's like putting a like bottle in his mouth, and he's like treating him like a baby or whatever. It's like men want to act like all like so like tough and blah online, but then they just want to be like baby to cuddle. And I'm like,
because I think they want you to be their safe place.
Yeah.
Because out there they have to be strong and they're like warriors and they have to fight. So you have to be a safe place they can come home to.
We need a break every once in a while.
Yeah. Someone to laugh with, someone that is going to cuddle you and scratch your back and scratch your head and give you kisses and let you also be vulnerable, because I think with your guys, you can't really be that vulnerable. Like, you know, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, deep vulnerability, I think you can let that go. You can be that way with a woman that's trustworthy.
Dependent.
Yeah, if she's not
Dana, you had me until that last point.
Well, you think
You had me until that last
thing.
point. The
You don't
last
think
thing
you
a guy
could be
needs to
that
do
way?
is come home, cry on his
No,
girlfriend's shoulder.
I don't mean that, but I think like
Hold some frame.
of course. But
Okay.
I mean like you can't be that way all the time though.
True
Or
that.
you're gonna burn out and you're gonna break
True
down.
that.
So you need a safe place.
I agree with
And the woman
everything you
should do
said
that.
into that
Wait, do
last
you
part.
cry with your boys or do you
Utilize
cry
your
by
girl
yourself?
for when it really matters.
Right.
Dude, a death in the family.
woman is turned
Grandma
off
just
by a guy
died.
who's, like,
Some shit's
crying.
going down.
That is
You don't come crying your girl because you got to fight at work
Don't come cry to me.
today.
Go to a therapist. Go to your dad, like, or if you
I
don't have a dad, go
disagree
to
with
the
that.
Other
Like,
men in
but,
your
like,
group.
so you
Figure it
say
out.
that,
Like,
you say that until a
figure it
man
out.
cries in front of you,
But
and
I've
as soon
had
as
that happen plenty of
and they look
times.
so dumb doing it too.
They
Guys,
don't look dumb.
you guys familiar with the Pareto principle? Guys, rein it in for a second. Rein it in, because we got about 20 minutes left. Rein it in. Do you know what the Pareto principle is? Essentially the 80-20 rule.
It depends. Why is he
80% of the time, shut your mouths, women. 80% of the time, gentlemen, do not come to your girl with nothing. Hold it in, do whatever. Now, 20% of the time, sure, share it with her. Cool, but make sure that 20% is actually something that is worthwhile sharing and letting off your chest. Because if you share the wrong 80%, she's going to say to herself, this soft ass motherfucker, he ain't fucking, I'm letting you know. And I'm not that dude that's saying you can't be vulnerable in front of me when you can't ever cry. No, 80-20 rule it up. Be very selective with your 20, but 80% of the shit, share with your homies, share with your coworkers, share with your buddies, share with your dad, whatever it is, not your girl. That's not why she's there. She's going to look at you and judge you and call you soft behind closed doors. Or when you break up, she's going to tell a story about you on the SOSCAST. Be like, one time I was dating this one guy. Don't be that dude. Guys, we got 2 stories, and I want to get to them both. So let's do this thing. One's going to be quick, and then we'll get to the happy ending. Andrew Tate, he's back in the news. Okay? Andrew Tate's doing his thing. Get your thumbs up, get your thumbs down. Not so much for Andrew, what he did with this situation. We all know Andrew Tate. We've seen him. We've heard what he's had to say. You know that he's a friend of the show. He's a friend of mine. He's a friend of PBD's. Same with his brother Tristan. We've interviewed him. We've flown out to Madrid. We've flown out to Romania. We've done multiple stuff with this guy. You know how I feel about that guy. He's an absolute stud. But sometimes he'll call your shit out. And some people might be uncomfortable about this. This one lady online tried to call out Andrew Tate for being too ripped and too big and too strong. And this was his response. So he said, the only thing trying to make my arms as big as your nose. All right, back up. So show the actual post of what she said. So she's basically saying,
Hilarious.
Malik, just pull up the article, you had it. So she's basically saying that his physique is only attractive to gay men. I cannot say enough about the body. Maybe it's only attractive to gay men. Show the body real quick. His body. I mean, scroll down a little bit. Okay, you guys let me know.
He's ripped.
Is that ripped? You attracted? Yes,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Thumbs up if you think that's ripped and you like it.
It's ripped.
Put up the red if you're not that into it. All right, so all the guys.
I like a wealth belly bit. That's
Okay.
nice too. That's nice too.
You
Tate.
like a little bit of wealth, Betty. I get
Okay,
it. But that body ain't just for gay dudes.
Yeah.
That guy's
Okay.
ripped. Okay? But he clapped back. So now scroll back to that picture, and he said, listen, I apologize that my arms are big. My only goal was to try to make my arms as big as your nose. Now I want you guys are gonna use the burn book here.
Hilarious.
Scroll, punch in on her.
That's my cousin.
Punch in on her. Punch in. He said, I'm super disappointed that I'm not attractive enough to you, Dr. Curdy. The only thing I was trying to make my arms as big as your nose.
The nose doesn't look that big.
It's big.
It looks a little.
Does he have a point? Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Show it.
I mean, I got a big nose. So.
Okay. Point. Tate's burning these bitches out here. You got a big nose, so you're defending her?
No,
But it fits with your face. You got a big teeth. You got.
I'm not defending anybody. I mean, I think if you are.
Malik, I
making
think there's
comments,
another
you should
picture
expect
that
the back.
I think if you
exposes
if you can talk shit, you should take it back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 100%. I literally said that. Yeah.
That was the question that I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Can men, look at this picture, scroll in.
Yeah, she got a big nose.
Yeah, she got a big nose.
Okay.
The first picture didn't look like
Yeah,
that.
this is the real life. That was
She
an
got
edited
like that
picture.
Phineas and Ferb nose.
Listen,
Oh,
she's got a nice
no.
face, I guess. Nose is pretty big.
Yeah.
Is it fair game, thumbs up or thumbs down, if you're going to talk some shit, man or woman, expect it back?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes or no? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Yes.
Okay, so we're all in agreement here that Andrew Tate was right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyone in disagreement?
Yeah.
Mike, would you have handled that like Andrew Tate right there? Straight up.
How would you handle it, Adam?
No, I fully endorse what Andrew Tate said. I would have just said, you big nose ass bitch. What are you talking
She's
about?
trying you. She's trying you.
Yeah.
She
There
could
was
have
no
come.
reason to say
If
it.
she would have
Attracts
come out
gay
and
men.
said
There was
something
no reason
like,
for you to say that.
you know,
Especially that
you've been
woman.
disrespectful to women. I don't condone this. Okay, cool. She is coming at his physique. Do you know how hard it is
Is she
to
like?
get a
Is she a
physique like
celebrity?
that?
Is she like very
She's some
popular?
sort of
That's a
doctor. I don't know what
disciplined-ass
she is.
person to have a
Got it.
body like that.
She was
She's
being a
saying
mean
about
girl.
gay. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're all in agreement, no matter how you
Is
feel
she
about Andrew
deserve?
Tate.
Like, is she big enough to be deserving of a response?
She's
from
big
Andrew
enough
Tate?
to get a response from
That's
him.
what I'm
Put it
saying.
that way.
Okay, all right.
She did it.
Sure,
Then yeah,
it's welcome.
you open yourself up for it.
Certain amount of clothes.
You're asking for it.
You know, you
Yeah.
come at
Like-
the king, you better not miss.
Yeah.
But I mean, either way, like, and if anyone were to give the argument, like, I just feel like it's not fair. Like, if women want to talk shit to men, well, then be prepared for them to talk shit back. And then they shouldn't be like, oh, well, you're a man and you shouldn't be mean to a woman. Well, then don't open your big fat mouth and keep it shut. It's like very fair and simple.
I like that.
It's true.
Guys, I told this to be a Mean Girls episode. Okay, we've got a few things. Let me go over this real quick. We got a couple stories left. We only got time for one, so I got to pick the one that we want to do. Do we want to talk about? Apparently, there's aliens in Miami.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
excited.
We want to talk about that. We want to talk about how 50 Cent is practicing abstinence this whole year. No?
I thought he was
You want to talk
dating.
Barbie and feminism? I think
Yes.
we're good on that. No, you want that?
I don't know. I like talking about modern day feminism. It's a fun,
You do like talking about
lovely
that?
conversation.
We got to wrap up soon.
About what?
I want to talk about 50 Cent. I want to know what's going on with him.
Yeah,
forgot
isn't
he
he dating?
existed.
He's dating that girl. She's
Okay.
pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're going to do two stories. We got 15 minutes left. We're good. We're going to try to do two stories. Cool. Okay. It's New Year's, right? We're in Miami. Everyone's talking about, yo, Happy New Year's, whatever. All of a sudden, there's images going around everywhere. Yo, you see what's going on? Who lives in Miami here, by the way? We all live in South Florida. We're all here. We get it. We're all here. Happy New Year, whatever. This is the first New Year's of my life. I didn't go out. I'm dead sober. They're like, yo, you hear about the aliens? I said, what? Yeah, they're over here at Bayside. You know where I lived. Right across from the Heat Arena. This guy's at all the Heat games.
Oh, we were neighbors.
Literally right there. This ain't some obscure mall. It's like in the middle of downtown. It's Bayside. Ain't nobody going to Bayside other than tourists. And all of a sudden, it's trending on wide shot here, guys. Wide shot. All of a sudden, we're seeing things on Twitter. Cop cars. There's like 1,000 cop cars, 75 cop cars, 100 whatever it is, surrounding Bayside. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? But I want to know from you guys. Here's the deal. I'm going to read the story here and then let you guys weigh in. And I want to know where you guys are at. So there's cops are denying that a 10-foot extraterrestrial was spotted in the police response. You know, aliens here, guys. Now, in Miami, I mentioned this earlier, we've dealt with aliens for years. But we're talking illegal aliens. We're talking,
Alien Gonzalez.
we're talking Alien Gonzalez, exactly. Remember that story from Cuba? We got our Venezuelan friends are coming here. We got our Chilean friends out there. We got Argentinians. We got Colombians. We got Mexicans. We got everything. But we're not, no Martians are coming to Miami. So the cops had to basically say, full on.
All the girls with the shots.
All the girls. Inside joke. So the Miami police have refuted claims of extraterrestrial activity during an incident on New Year's Day that led to a widespread conspiracy theories. A video circulating on social media showed a 10-foot tall silhouette near police cars. Let me read that again. 10-foot tall silhouette. Anybody ever seen a shadow? Yeah. Your shadow's pretty damn big. Yeah. That's what a silhouette is. Okay? Leading to some to suggest it was an alien. This is how things spread. Here we go. Miami police officer Rafael Horta debunked the rumor saying, Nah, bro, I can confirm that there are no aliens in Bayside Marketplace.
Was it just like that?
There is now this video going viral, bro, of 8 to 10 foot aliens walking around. I'm telling you, bro, I'm a cop. It's actually just a person walking with a shadow, bro.
With a shadow.
Stop the cap.
So the cops know what's up. They're out there on the streets. They're out there on the scene. Here's actually what happened, bro. Apparently, you've seen in Miami all these like biker type gangs.
Yeah.
They're not like bikers like when you're thinking of like Harley Davidson.
Dirt bikes.
They're just like kids, teenagers, bikes. They're
With the
doing
cape, with the
wheelies.
cape, yeah.
They're on like little like four-wheeler things. They're doing their thing. They're out there.
Dirt bikes.
They're rambunctious. They're causing a scene. They're kids for the most part. They're 16, 18, 20. They're doing their thing. They rolled up at Bayside. They're doing what rambunctious kids do, causing scenes, setting off fireworks. They may or may not have gotten a fight. Who knows what it is? But all of a sudden, this teenage biker gang, which set off loud fireworks that prompted a large police response, because you'd think fireworks, shooting, what have you, Bayside. Despite the police efforts to clarify that the figure in the video was merely a shadow, conspiracy theories persisted on social media. So, ladies and gentlemen, thumbs up. No, they were aliens. Thumbs up. They were aliens. Green. Red. Nah, bro, this is all bullshit. You can't believe that stuff out there. No. Hold them up. Are there aliens or not at Bayside Marketplace? Aspen, no. We got two alien believers in the house. It's not a shadow. It's not a silhouette. It's a Martian.
So you know what's
Daya, why are you so convinced?
Okay,
Bad
so
BBL walking
Yeah.
around.
Maybe.
so you know it's interesting because I recently listened to a bunch of podcasts because aliens have been a topic, especially in the media, but more so now. And so
it just so happens to coincide when everyone has social media and anyone can say anything about everything. You know what I love about social media? Is that anyone can say what they want to say.
I agree.
You know what I hate about social media?
Is that
anyone can say what they want to say.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Well, a friend of mine tweeted the other day, a podcast equipment should be harder to buy than a gun. And in some cases, I don't disagree.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead.
So I'm not saying like that's exactly what it was, but I do believe that, oh man, I probably should have just said no because then I would have to go into the whole thing of why
I'm saying
feel
at
this
Bayside
way.
Marketplace, do you think some aliens were walking around that day?
No, but there was definitely something bigger than just kids running around.
When you say definitely something
I mean,
bigger,
did you see the
define
videos
that.
of like hundreds of cops?
Well,
Yes.
I live right there, so
Yes.
I literally live 1 block.
You're at Biscayne? Where are you?
I'm on 5th and Northeast 2nd.
You're right there.
I'm literally right there.
Literally right there.
So there was a big fight, and there was like weapons being used in the fight. It was a ton of kids. Like there's seriously a huge, like a massive fight of like 50 kids, like gang related or something is what people were saying. And that's why like they were flooded everywhere.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now it's different though.
That's
It's
not what I
confirmed.
Dude, in 30 seconds, she just refuted your entire alien conspiracy.
I just needed someone
You just
to do
said
that
there was
for
definitely
me.
something up with the alien. She's like, nah, I actually lived
I
right
was
there. There was just a
hoping.
fight.
Dude, in a
We were kids. She's like, okay, I believe it. Makes sense.
That works.
Dude, in
Okay.
a world where we literally film everything, overfilm everything, you're telling me that all of those hundreds of people weren't able
Bingo.
to produce one clear-cut video
like
of this
it came from
alien?
someone's balcony, like zooming in down, where someone was like trying to record the cop cars of what happened, and they're like, "Oh, what is this?"
Guys,
Distraction.
I mean this. Amy just brought up such a great point. Everyone's got a cell phone these days.
Yeah.
No one on the panel because we took it and put it away, but you'll get it in a second. No face, no case. You mean to tell me aliens are just bopping around Bayside Marketplace looking at keychains and mugs because it's a tourist trap and nobody caught a video of Marty the Martian?
Miami-Dade
Stop
Police
it.
also has body cam, so like I feel like they would have been on body cam footage too.
Okay, Alondra,
Yeah.
you're the second person
Yes.
that said, no. There were some aliens there,
I mean,
bro.
I was hoping.
What
but-
evidence do you have?
I was hoping, but she just confirmed the situation of what was above. So now it's like, maybe there wasn't
You ever met
an
Sarah
alien.
before?
No, I
You
don't
just
think
met her
so.
today?
Yeah, I did.
So it took a girl you known for an hour being like, yeah, I live close by. She's like, totally Makes sense to me. No
Hey,
aliens.
but she explained the situation really
10
good.
million
She
people
was
online
like,
be like, yo, there's aliens, bro.
no, I still believe there's
never know.
aliens,
No,
though.
there is aliens.
There
but I thought
is.
they're like at Bayside.
Maybe not chilling by us like
At least
that.
they're far from Bayside.
Maybe they're
I'll tell you
really
that.
up, you know, they're just...
I like to sit far away
they're
from
waiting for
Bayside
their
too.
moment.
Here's a question, guys. Here's a question. Since we all the conspiracy aliens, where'd they park their car?
Up there.
The UFO sighting.
No. We get it. They sighted them up there.
They just came down in their little...
Did they like?
Oh, did they
transport?
parachute down?
Probably.
They parachuted down to Bayside Marketplace with a
They're
parachute.
visible. They're
Nobody
visible.
saw the aliens parajumping. Did they park their car?
Is that
Like, where
dude-
did they park the actual spaceship?
It was hovering above, and they
Yeah,
just
it stayed on like
down.
autopilot.
Guys.
It's just like the movies.
Oh, because we're all convinced that the spaceship has autopilot.
Yes.
I mean, if Tesla can do
would
it, why
hope.
can't the alien ship?
Yeah, way over.
Guys, I get it. We're living in a time and place where it's way more fun to make content about, I saw the aliens, bro. He was 10
he does not
foot,
believe in
and he had a
aliens.
Jamaican accent somehow. I don't know.
The
Man,
accent
we be
gets
coming
wrong.
here. It's like, no. It's way less exciting to say, it was just some kids. They got in a fight. There were some fireworks. Cops overreacted. Some dude got arrested. And he was actually a 5'4" Cuban guy, but he had a shadow that made him look like he was 9'4".
Yeah, also
And
Miami.
It
Have you
must
ever,
have been aliens, bro.
you ever see how many cops it takes to pull over one car? Miami,
Ridiculous.
they just do it to all get together. They're all bored and they're like, oh, some action, and it'll be like 5
They're like,
police
yeah, I'm
cars
over here.
for one little old lady.
I've
But they're all
seen-
just there, like just talking about like.
This
what
is
are
why
you-
we brought Mike here. He knows. How many times did you see
very
one
Miami.
person pulled over in their fucking 1992 Toyota Corolla, beat up, just leaving South Beach, just probably working and speeding, and 17 cars are like, identification, license, and ID. It's like, you don't need all those guys.
That's true.
Yeah.
But welcome to Alton Road in Miami. So, last but not least, does anyone believe that there were aliens there at Bayside Marketplace? So we've refuted and disputed and debunked the alien conspiracies. Now, the alien Gonzalez and the illegal aliens that are crossing the border,
Those are real.
that's a whole nother segment.
Oh, they're
Because that's real life right
Yeah,
out there,
they're
right
real,
there.
real.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right, guys. Thank you for confirming that. Time for the happy ending. This is where we wrap up. This is where we basically kind of give, a little message here that you guys want to convey, but we'll use it with a story. So here's the happy ending. And it's literally not a happy ending for certain people because they're not getting it. Malik, pull up this 50 Cent story. So here's the deal. 50 Cent, hated or love it, the underdog's on top because I'm going to shine whether you reckon on that. You know that? You can find me in the club. Bottles full of bub. Mama, get what you need. You can find me and Mizzle in the club this weekend.
We know.
Bet on that. You ladies are invited. So 50 Cent is apparently practicing abstinence in 2024 and essentially echoing the words, ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time to be distracted. So there's going to be literally no happy endings for 50 Cent this year because he's giving up sex to accomplish his goals. So my new idea is so big, I don't have time to be distracted, and I'm practicing abstinence. All right, cool. By the way, do you have that Adin Ross video?
He said practicing.
Practicing abstinence. He's just practicing
That means
on
he's
it.
not like 100%
So meanwhile,
committed to it.
Yeah. I'm practicing today.
you've heard of this song. 50 Cent has a song called 21 Questions,
Oh, I
right?
love that song.
Can anyone sing the song?
It's if I was arrested, would you write
love
to
me
me?
on a bus?
Oh yeah, that one.
I got 21
One
questions.
That was so old.
And
they
it's all about us. Thank you, Amy Dangerfield, as always.
She helped me
21
out.
questions. Well, Kick streamer Adin Ross found out that not all your questions need to be answered, okay? Because he asked his girlfriend on air what her body count was. And he wasn't so happy with the answer live in effect. You have this video, by the way?
Live, bitch.
So I think you can go to 43 seconds, if you don't mind. Maybe even back up to 30.
You know what? No, I don't care what they
And let's use some volume, guys.
I'm gonna ask you the same thing.
That's fine. You could ask me. You have to answer first, though. I asked you first.
Turn up the volume.
9 bodies.
Yes. I'm not proud of it. I wish it was.
Back up the
0.
video. Let's
It's
turn up the
okay.
volume. Let's try this again.
You weren't
Malik, you want
worth-
to turn it up?
You know what? No, I don't care what they ask
Yeah.
me to ask you. I'm gonna ask you the same thing.
That's fine. You could ask me. You have to answer first, though. I asked you first.
It's 9.
9 bodies?
Yes. 9?
She said 9.
She said 9. I don't know why the audio's not
I'm
working.
not proud of it. I wish it was 0.
It's okay.
They weren't worth.
Look at his face.
He's so happy.
He's so sad right
Very
now.
upset.
Someone said 9 times 3.
All right.
Wait, what'd she say at then? 20 what?
So here we go. We're going to have this conversation, ladies, and I want you to paint this picture, and Mike and I are going to help give you some clarity here. Here's what's going on.
Yeah.
Did you see the kid's face in the video when he found out that his 20-year-old girlfriend already slept with 9 dudes?
Yeah.
Okay? You have 50 Cent, who's probably been with 50,000 different women.
That's true.
But he's had so much action that he's going abstinence now. He's going the reverse. Now, as much as your girls try to try it, there's no born-again virgins out here. So, there's so many different angles I can go here. What I want to know here. If a guy, all right, let's just do the thumbs up, thumbs down thing. Okay. If asked the question of body count, not yourselves, because I know that you're all virgins and you would never, except for the girl with the kid, unless you got some Virgin Mary shit going on.
That's exactly what happened.
Would most girls lie about their body count? We are keeping it real. Green is they would lie, red is they won't lie. Hold them up. Would most girls lie about their body count? Liar, 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 liar. So we've just established something.
Well, I mean, if they want a man,
The
they
women
should.
are going to lie about their
What do you
body
think?
count.
What do you think?
So
Liar.
we understand that. So if women do lie about their body count, if she said 9 on air, live, streaming, what do you think it really is?
She was lying too. Did you see her face? She
Yeah.
was like,
She
was
9.
So what do you think it really is?
I mean, does it really
She's
matter?
20.
I don't know how old she is, but I know he's super young. I'm assuming she's 21 years old.
20.
See if you can find her age.
Probably 20.
You think it's
20?
20.
15 or
So
20.
double. What do you think?
Yeah, probably double.
Double. Okay, so from 9 goes to 18.
She's 24.
What do you think?
She's 24.
She's 24.
She's 24.
She's
Okay, I
24.
apologize.
30.
I mean,
30. That thing just jumped up.
she probably went exploring. I mean, what does it really matter? She had
Dora the
explore your
Explorer?
options.
Horror the Explorer?
Well,
Okay.
not necessarily.
So what number do you think she's at?
Maybe like 10.
Okay.
Or
So
50, or maybe like
if
13.
it's 9, if she says 9 and it's really 10.
Maybe it's like a couple numbers more. Like it can't be like a crazy double number unless you look like.
Unless she's a liar.
I don't
Which we
know.
just established that
Yeah, but
everyone
like-
said that she would lie about that.
But I don't know.
Alondra, if she says 9 publicly, what do you think it is?
29.
29. Gotcha. Mizzle?
Yeah.
I was
If she said 9, 100.
In the state.
100.
29.
Wow.
We grew up
Aspen,
Yeah, we grew up
ladies,
But she's
girls, you relax. You want to? Are you telling your body count? No,
No,
go ahead. Tell your body count. Go ahead. No.
Body count,
Go ahead.
so
Say
what was I saying?
it. Since you want to talk over
She was
people.
saying it
No,
like
go
in
ahead.
this
Tell what's your body
generation-
count.
I would never tell anybody.
Anyway, so what were you saying?
What I'm saying is that in this generation, it's like we're all raised as in quantity versus quality. Usually back then, people want to find that one girl to just be committed to that one girl. Nowadays, everybody's like, let's see how many hoes that I can get and how many bitches.
But is
I
it
can
different
fuck.
from a guy and a girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because women only look for emotion. Men just look for to like.
Yeah.
Men just want to.
They just want to do a
yeah,
small
no.
time. Like what is it? Good
Some
time
guys
for
are
a
out there
short
looking for
time?
back scratches, though. So that's just what I
Yeah,
heard. I
there's
don't know.
different guys.
when they're like
Depending.
older, when they're
Amy,
like 40 already.
what do you? If she said 9, what do you think it really is?
I don't know, maybe a couple more. It doesn't matter either way because once you get over 10, you're fucked. You can never pair bond again, so she's screwed.
Is that
either
what it
way.
comes down to?
I think, yeah. I mean, it's obviously not as black and white. Like everyone's obviously going to be a little bit different, but the studies do show that when the number gets to 10, your likelihood of cheating or divorcing your spouse goes up like astronomically.
And there it is, guys. So we got 50 Cent practicing abstinence.
I think it's.
We got
I think it's
Adin Ross's girl banging everybody in front of his face. I'm just saying, pick and choose your battles wisely. Amy said it best.
If you were a girl, would you lie about your body count?
I think
He
would.
gave
Oh,
the green
yeah,
thumb.
he would.
Yeah, he
right?
would.
If I was a girl,
Yeah.
Of course he would.
We just established that girls
I
lie.
didn't know. I don't know. Yeah,
Girls lie.
It's
only because
well, you
guys
could say,
like to
well,
bring
if
things
I
up
was a
in our
girl, knowing
faces.
what I know now, I would never do. You could
If
went
I was
that
a
route
girl,
if you wanted to.
if I was a hot
Knowing
girl,
what you do now,
Yes.
and you were a hot girl in today's time.
oh, I would be the best girl out there.
Would
If I-
you
how
be,
hot am I?
would
How
you-
hot am I?
You're a hot, phenomenal woman.
You're an-
You're an 8.
Let me give you the game plan.
You
girls are
have
out here
men
like that.
Let me give, how old am I? How old am I? How old am I?
25.
25.
You're super hot. You
Oh.
come from
No
great
kids.
family.
No kids.
No kid. Oh, dude.
No kids.
No daddy
What
issues.
kind of woman would you be?
Let me
Go.
tell you something. I'm 25. I'm in my prime. I'm beautiful. I'm going out. I'm meeting people. I'm all about quality, not quantity. I'm understanding that I've got a few years to capitalize on my beauty. Now, on my side, I'm trying to make a couple bucks, but I'm reading, I'm learning, I'm asking questions, I'm being a sponge, I'm being inquisitive. I'm trying to say, what does the best husband in the world want? And I'll become that.
Yes.
And I'll be out there saying, all right, this
Well,
dude
I
says
think-
this, this dude says this, this dude said this. I'm asking questions. I'm asking all my guy friends, what do guys want? What do guys want? Tell me, how can I be a good wife? How many kids do I want? How many kids do I want? And I'm identifying the best possible husband out there, because I realize I'm hot, I'm 25, I'm a catch. I've got like 4 more years until I hit my 30, and then I know that I'm freaking out, and then that 30-year-old, the guy that they're looking for, is gonna go find another 25,
Would you be
whatever
out
it
here-
is.
Would you be out here opening your legs though at 25?
No, I would be super selective.
Would you have an undercover sugar daddy?
0%.
You lying.
0%.
Miami, you lying.
I would be in ramen noodles, working on my values, working on my principles, knowing that I'm hot, I'm cool, I'm smart, I've got good values, I got good principles. Prince Charming is gonna be coming, and when he meets me, he's gonna be like, who is this bitch? I wanna wipe her up. And you're gonna be ready because you prepared yourself your whole life to find that guy. Now, most girls won't do that. Most girls will be on Instagram, thotting it up in the club, sucking some D in the bottom of the basement of the club, doing whatever, having the time of their lives,
Destroying their
telling their
future.
friends, destroying their future. Women are precious. Your vaginas are precious. Your uterus are precious. You create life. What you can do is look back at the world and say, oh, a sea of dudes want this. I have the luxury of being a hot 25-year-old to have dudes approaching me left, right, center, up, down, short guys, fat guys, tall guys, rich guys. But I know the kind of guy I'm looking for because I'm super clear. Because I've thought about this. I'm a sponge. I've absorbed it. I know what's going on. And all of a sudden, that dude shows up and you're like, hi, I'm ready to be a wife. And he's going to be like, let's go, wifey. And then you live happily ever after. Now that is what I would do if I was a woman. Or
drama free.
Just start an OnlyFans, just start an Instagram,
don't do that.
and just tot it up,
Don't encourage
and let's see
them.
how that happens. But I would choose option A over option B every day. And with that being said, I hope you ladies understand what a true, grateful husband is looking for in a woman. There we go. With that being said, happy ending time. Thank you, guys. But just understand, this isn't my transition coming out party. I'm a grown-ass man
Are you sure?
looking for that type of girl. With that being said, everyone go around, say your Instagram and what you want people to know. Aspen, go
Let me
ahead.
do chats first.
Oh, we got super
Let me do
chats.
Let me do chats. We've got some good chats. We've got some.
Sorry about that.
Amy Lova chats. So we have our first chat. We have from JC Torres. Miss Dangerfield's a real one. Always enjoy hearing her input on the podcast. She's on Not Scared to Tell Any Woman How It Is. Then we got JC Torres again. He said Snoop got a hold of Martha.
JC!
Then we have the Global Media Inc. Great breakdown, Adam. Real talk. That's that real talk. Then we have Rod R. He should be paying for things. They do. But to buy her things, she should get her own stuff till he makes enough money to cover as well. When we were doing that with the couple was young and she had a lot of money. And then that's
Malik.
it for Super Chats for now. Thank
Any
you guys.
polls?
Make sure you guys subscribe, like, do all that fun stuff, and into the happy ending.
Okay, Malik, you've got some polls. You got some feedback real quick?
Yeah, so first poll I started was should Amy Schumer have posted that? 80% said no out of 172 people. Same with Martha Stewart, asked if she should have posted that. 66% said no. Who should lead in a relationship? 94% said the man should. The cutoff for women, majority of people said the 30s was about half the people said 30s was the cutoff for women. If the woman makes more, should the man still pay? 55% said yes. Was Tate wrong for his response to the tweet? 95% said no. Is the alien thing legit? 80% said no. And was Aiden's girl lying about her body count? 96% said yes.
I gotta tell you, I think we've got some of the smartest audience that money could buy.
I hope so.
Fully agree. Now, 20% think that they're aliens. 4% that Tate should have been nicer. 20% somehow thinks that Amy Schumer should keep taking selfies. I don't understand that. We're going with the majority here. But thank you, Malik. Did you ask the question of who answers the best questions, or we didn't have that?
We didn't have that.
We'll implement that next time. But my vote was Mike's response when he crushed the top 3 things that he's looking for in a woman.
Yep. That was really good.
So that's my guy. Okay. Sarah, I'm super happy for you. You've got a man. He's got a good woman on his side. Let the people know where to find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Sarah Elizabeth Wiltz for business purposes. If you want to learn how to do digital marketing and grow an online business this year, I can help you with that. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for having me. I'm always happy to come hang with you guys.
We'd love to have you, Sarah. We'd love to see the progress. Dea, our homegirl. Look at she connected with me, and now she's on the show.
Right.
If you find a husband from this show, I swear to God, let me give it away. Let me. What do you call?
You want to be the fish?
Not walk down the aisle. What's it called when you do the giveaway?
Elope?
No,
I'm not eloping.
You
no.
want to be the
person that reads the.
Reads the vows.
The officiant?
Yeah, the officiant.
Yeah.
Official. I'll just blow the whistle. Anyway, you're classy. You're adorable. What do you want to tell people at home?
You know, Adam, I just want to say everything you described, I did, and you guys might not believe me, but I grew up in a Christian household, so staying virgin till marriage is a big deal. We still exist. I know plenty of girls that are like me. They're my friends. And we do plan on waiting till marriage, marrying our husbands, he being the only one to know us that way intimately.
Wow.
And so
You've done this. You're not born again. This is real life.
No, like real.
Wow.
I've denied
Clap it up
so
for
many
this girl.
times. So it's
2% of Americans do stuff like that.
2%.
You're the 2%er.
I mean, the Holy
seriously.
Spirit helps you through it because
Yeah.
it's not easy to do that.
Me and you, the only virgins here. Keep it up.
Yeah, of course, Adam.
We do week by week. Week by week.
Okay,
Find it?
anyways.
That's right.
So yeah, you
Okay.
can find me on Instagram at Dea Bazan, DeyaBazan. Thanks.
That's that a girl. Well, thank you for being here. We're happy to have you. Alondra and Gabriella, Gabby, what do you go by?
Well, it's actually Gabrielle. Yeah. But you can call me Gabby.
But when you show up 15 minutes late, I don't get to learn your
I
name.
know,
So you
I'm
see what
sorry.
happened? But I get it. You have a kid. You're taking care of things. I'm not trying to cause a drama. We're trying to find you a provider. I get it. Okay. Gabrielle, what would you like the people at home to say? Where can people find you?
Just be yourself and don't settle for less than what you deserve.
That's right. Guys, don't listen to her advice. Don't be
No.
yourself.
Be
Be
yourself.
fucking better than yourself.
Well, yeah, be.
Because average ain't going to cut it.
No, but be yourself
But
and
be
don't settle
yourself,
for
but
less.
also don't be yourself. But be yourself.
No, be yourself.
But be better than yourself. But
Well,
definitely
you should
be
always
yourself.
amount to better, but
You should
being
definitely be
yourself
yourself,
is like you're
but
still
definitely
yourself. You
don't
don't
be
know how to be
yourself.
fake around nobody, you know? what I mean?
Respect. Where can people find you?
Find me on Instagram and on Bottom Line. My personal Instagram
What's it called?
_ Bottom Line 1 podcast.
This girl likes the bottom line. I like that. Alondra,
coming out soon.
thank you for bringing your friend.
I know, how sweet.
You've always been classy and
Thank
sweet.
you.
Where can the people find you? What do you want people to say?
So you know what? I actually like this podcast today. I feel like today everybody kind of went like more spiritual, and I think that's great because I feel like that's been disappearing a little bit. So it got me really excited that all of you are on that. But I'm super excited this New Year's. I'm excited to meet new people. I'm excited for more connections. And my name is Alondra, and you could find me at @ForIamGotti _
There she is.
This is
Aspen.
2 shows in a row.
I'm coming back around this way. We'll end with the Miz.
Hi.
Aspen, we always love having you here. You've been here, I think, 3 times.
Yeah, this is my
You're
third
moving
show.
back to Iowa.
Moving back to Iowa. I'm counting down the days.
She's counting down the days.
I'm so excited.
Hawkeye country.
Hawkeyes.
That's right. Or Cyclones.
Fuck state.
Oh, you said fuck state?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hawkeyes.
My bad. As mean as she was all day. You found a man. You're
Yes.
engaged.
Yes.
You're setting yourself up for success. What do you want the people at home to know?
Honestly, I just wanted to come on here and talk about my engagement because I'm so excited. Love you, Erin. I will never be on the podcast again.
That's it. You're retiring from podcasts.
I mean, there's none in Iowa.
Until you come back to the SOSCAST.
Yeah, when she comes to visit
When you come back to
me.
town, come with Sarah. We'd love to have you.
Okay, I'll come back.
Coach these women up, coach these men up, and what it's like to have a successful marriage.
I'm currently
And if you
busy.
find a good husband, Daya's looking for something too. So
I got you,
hook my
girl.
girl up.
I got you.
Introduce her to some of Aaron's friends.
He's got good friends.
Some good
Okay.
God-loving
friends.
country men.
Some good, wholesome country loving.
Normally you can find me with Aesthetics with Assy, but since I'm moving and I'm still working on my studies, I'm kind of taking a break from social media. So find me in like 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
They'll remember that. Everyone at home, remember to circle back in 2 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
put it in your calendar right now, just like I am.
There
my
it
wedding,
was.
but-
Create a reminder. Amy Dangerfield, amazing as always. What do you want the people at home to know about you?
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was great being on the show today. I really enjoyed the first conversation. It actually kind of segues to what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Obviously, you can find me on all platforms, Amy Dangerfield, but specifically, I just released a video on YouTube like last week, Fat versus Skinny, talking about this obesity problem in the United States, how it's being glamorized, glorified, how absolutely toxic it is. So definitely check it out, Amy Dangerfield on YouTube.
What was the bottom line with that, with the fat versus skinny?
Oh, Lauren was actually in the Jubilee panel. She absolutely crushed. Lauren De Laguna.
You that liar that got cheated on? Yeah, I know Lauren. That was last show though, guys. Anyway. Jane Marie, our friend. Anyone that Mizzle endorses, you're good in my book.
Okay, I thought you were gonna like say, "Oh, because you're awesome." He's like, "No, because you're."
Well, no, I mean just.
It's fine.
Rose over.
He said that. That's exactly what he said.
That's what I said.
Because he knows.
Mike, he
he knows
told
I'm
you
good at
that.
betting.
Because he said that, I said I approve this message.
I know how to bet
It's
him.
fine.
It's like at the
I know how
end.
to pick 'em.
Since we're all doing the prayer and spiritual thing, do you know that after a prayer is said, as long as you say Amen, it's just as good as saying the prayer. I don't know if you knew that. That's how it works in Judaism. I don't know how it works in the other religions. Well, all I'm saying is like she's cool, she's great, she's pretty, she's great. I said Amen, and then where we go?
You know, it's so funny because you remember last time I was here, I was like, we should have Mike on the show. Do you remember?
Yes.
And it's so funny how he's here now. So that's
It's called
awesome.
manifestation.
Yeah.
It's also called being drunk in the club and making promises.
I remember he wrote that down in his notes. He was like, Adam said.
No, but I remember, like, you know how there's like blackout drunks? I'm not that person. There's
Yeah.
blackouts, there's brownouts. I remember everything.
I just want to make sure that I wasn't
Except
going to let
that.
you down.
Aw.
You guys were
Thank you.
expecting me to come on and.
Imagine if you just showed up, yo. I'm like, what are you doing here, Mike? I don't remember any of that.
Oh, is it tequila? Oh, okay.
We did. This guy hands out tequila shots like they're, you know, shots of
He forces
salsa.
you.
Mexican.
If you don't take the shot,
Jane, where can people find you? Because we got to wrap up.
you can find me on Instagram if you're trying to get better, if you're trying to, build a good body, if you're trying to build a good mind. You can follow me on Instagram at Jane Marie XO. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was so great to meet everybody on the panel. And I agree with the whole spirituality thing, keeping God number one, and just trust God. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Nat,
Yes.
what's your big takeaway? We all know where to find you on onlytoes.com.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything. I actually don't have anything aside from Facebook, which I'm not on, and my Instagram is just Natalia Del Valle. You can find me on there. Reach out to me if you're a lady. Maybe you'd like to come on the SOSCAST. We're looking for some ladies, so you can reach out to me via Instagram. And then you can also reach out to me if you're also looking for a position when it comes to valuetainment, part of the recruiting team here. So if you're looking for a job, let me know.
So let me rephrase that. Fans out there, you're a fan of the SOSCAST, you're a fan of PBD, you're a fan of valuetainment. We are hiring.
Yes.
We are growing. We've got 2 massive buildings. And if you're looking for a job in the fastest growing media company in the world, we got you. Find your position, whether it's in production, whether it's in sales, whether it's in graphics, whether it's editing. We're building a team over here. Secondly, if you want to be one of the amazing, beautiful people on this panel, male or female, ideally female, hit up Natalia Del Valle on Instagram, on what, email?
Email or Instagram. But
What's your
probably
email?
Instagram. It's just my first name at vt.com.
Spell your name, girl.
Natalya.
Are you sure?
1,000%.
You sure that's how you spell your name?
Adam, you
No
taught her
doubt.
how to spell. She knows.
That's right. That's I'm so proud of
Spell
this
my
girl.
name, Adam.
Natalia at vt.com.
Yes.
Or hit her up at, where on Instagram?
Just Natalia Del Valle.
Natalia Del Valle. Her Instagram is below. reach out to her. If you're a dude that wants to recommend a girl to come on the panel because you think she's got it, hit up Natalia. Last but not least, before we get to Mizzle, if you want to connect with myself, with PBD, with the BizDoc, with Vinny, with Tate, with actors, with business leaders, with thought leaders, with fitness instructors, you can connect with us on Connect. That's the platform that we've created for you to reach out to thought leaders, business experts, and then some. Scroll up to the top. I just want to see who's in first place these days. I can't see so good. Who's just, what is that? I can't, can you punch in just a little bit? Oh, it's me. Well, anyway, I'm just plugging that. We're doing great. That's how Dea found us. This thing is real. We've helped out thousands of people. We look forward to helping more. Check us out on Connect. With that being said, the Mizzle, the man, the Miz, the legend is in the house. I got so much love for this guy. We've partied, we've hung, we've kicked it. He's great. He's connected. He's dope. Everyone should have a connections like this guy. But Miz, this is the first time you've done a podcast in I don't know how long.
I don't know how you convinced me.
Yeah.
It was tequila.
It was tequila.
It was tequila.
Tequila usually does it. You know what? Like you crushed it. You came in, you picked your spots, you knocked it out when it was your time. How do you feel? What do you want the people to know about you?
I loved it. I really did. Thanks for having me. I love the Valuetainment fam that I've met over the past couple months that I've been around here. I think it's great. I know it's just the best is yet to come. I know there's going to be a whole lot more that we're going to do.
Shout out to General Flynn.
Yeah. and I'm going to be on Connect as well. So shout out to Connect. Yeah. So
if you want to know about networking, everything that you do in the creative space, if you want to know how to basically use your network to increase your net worth, that's what this guy excels at. He's connected. He knows everything. Somehow he's sitting front row at all the Heat games. I don't get it. And he ain't plays for the team, but he's got a mean jumper. Anyway, that's it for the SOSCAST. I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank the production crew. These guys worked their ass off to make us look good. So thank them. Thank your team at work. No matter what you do, you can't do it alone. Teamwork makes the dream work. We're doing it here at Valuetainment. We do it on Connect. This is what we do. Thank you for watching the SOSCAST. Thank you to all these lovely people for being here. But most of all, thank you for you guys at home. We wouldn't be anywhere without you. We'll see you next Thursday, same time, same channel. Enjoy the weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and save that money. We're out.
It's the SOSCAST, baby.